Quiet on set.
Mosh got the memo.
Yeah, he was super quiet last time, but you already see he's going to be involved.
He was smoked last time.
I don't know what we were doing last time.
Front and center.
I can take him out.
That'd be sick. What's up? Welcome to another episode of Pocket Air. I am Trevor. This is Eddie.
That's
LaShawn. And
Got
today we have
Veesh.
Veesh on.
What up? Hello.
Welcome, Veesh.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, of course. You know, I feel like you've been amongst podcasts. We don't need to introduce you. I think a lot of people, know who you are, what you're on. But
All right.
what have you been on lately?
I think what we're going to talk about lately is just a lot of Swampfest. Yeah, a ton of Swampfest.
Yep.
Yeah. How was your Swampfest experience this year?
I got to see a lot of what goes into it and a bit of, I don't know, like it's a different event before Thursday. Like things are not even that close to being done. There's a lot of ideas thrown around and things that like Dave McDermott like puts in a lot of like magic in a way, like at the end, because it's like, all right, we're going to build this, we're going to build that. But anything that's like a rail or like welded, he does, and he kind of did them at the last minute. I don't know if it's always like that, but this one, there was no like that dance comp like roller coaster up thing, and like the rails that go across like all the water stuff, like the skate one and the BMX one, weren't there, and I like, didn't even realize like as we're working on stuff that there's those things need to be done too. So that list just seems super long. Like there seemed like there was so much stuff like they had to get done. And I think they had more obstacles than normal. So, companies pay to have the obstacles. Like
There's definitely a lot this year.
And I didn't know that was the dance comp, the roller coaster rail. I didn't know that. I just,
The big fakey one, right?
That one.
That stuff's on the side, and I think most people shot that like straight on, so you didn't really get to see that.
And there was a lot of people around it. Like
I did notice the OSS one though, because they had the banner on the
and everyone
side.
was kind of standing on the side of it.
Yeah.
The reason I was out there is because I was trying to work on a like documentary-ish kind of piece, and this year, with like having a little bit more skateboard presence, they wanted to make the bowl really nice. So like Corey and Josh really like worked on most of that. It was like the fast and loose obstacle, but it needed to be skatable for the Blood Wizard Jam. I guess it's the collab of the two of them working on it, and so they were able to not only put skate light, but they put concrete,
the corners,
and
corners
so like they framed up. They framed up the bowl how they wanted it, and then they pretty much made pockets.
The pockets were all
pour this pockets out of cement, and I mean even that seems like kind of gnarly because it's not done like professional standards. So to just hopefully have that thing seamlessly like work out and be skatable and everything, but like Boone and his crew they like build skate parks professionally. They were already in Florida, and so they were able to just come by and do the like shoot the thing.
Creek.
Yeah,
And
so
I went early to catch that, which happened on Saturday. So then I just stayed there the rest of the time, and I shot, and I did my best to like help them where I could. I'm not like that handy with the tools, even if you saw my hammer video, you might think otherwise. But
you help us some.
we all seen that hammer video.
Bike side. But that's cool. So, where was Boone building the skate park, and like, do you know what company he works for and stuff?
I don't know all these details.
Yeah, are they free? Do they have their own company?
No. They work for somebody.
He works for another one, but I did see like a week or two before that he was building a park like out there, and I saw him kind of like at Swamp, like the location a couple weeks before, kind of looking at stuff. But yeah, it seemed like that kind of worked out.
So
timing wise,
that dude is pretty gnarly. Like
I've known him for years. Yeah,
okay,
from the original Band in the Backyard jams.
I only saw him. I never like talked to him, and I thought he just partied and went to Swampfest. I did not know.
He was the dude in the pit.
I knew he rode, but I didn't know. I didn't know like his involvement / talent / work ethics. Everything about him that was like, I don't know. It was. He's almost like a secret weapon to what made this one kind of go, because not only did he pull up to do the cement, he slept in the castle, the big castle. Yep. Marcel was on the top floor. Some other dudes were in the second floor, and then he was just in, I don't know, on plywood or something in the bottom, just sleeping. Didn't change his clothes, didn't shower. He didn't shower after doing the Crete. Like, just
that,
like
that
ran,
tan,
just
that,
ran
that
it.
tan that he has on is like a t-shirt anyway.
Yeah,
so that's,
he's got that Trey Jones skin.
He's
But,
got fucking-
Yeah.
But he like helped. He would come back from doing the skate park job at night, not every night, but like on the weekends for sure, or like like closer to the event. He'd
How many-
come back
you know how
and
many weeks?
he just worked.
How many weeks did they work on it? Do you know?
They start in the beginning of February.
Oh, okay.
So,
yeah,
They had just started. Yeah, they just
something like 4 weeks.
yeah, like a little under.
No,
in a way.
yeah. Jeez, man.
So they had just started the castle, and that took up a lot of their time. And it was really just like Dave and Trey that made the castle, I believe. And I think Jabe helped from time to time, but like Dave and Trey just live there. Like
Yeah.
they both have camp set up and they just stay there. And that's really the only way it's going to get done. I didn't realize. I thought it was like, oh, that's cool. It's just makes it a little easier. But no, he has to. Like
That's crazy.
there's no way he's going to do it
Dedication.
without it. And it's interesting, like the dynamic between Dave and Trey on building the stuff, because Trey kind of like has the ideas, he sees how to do it, and he's kind of like the solutions director, and then Dave just knows how to like turn it
Make
into
shit
whatever
happen, yeah.
he needs it to be. But it's pretty interesting seeing like just like the problem solving that goes on like right in the moment, because the idea is there, but it's not been done.
Yeah.
And then they have to like figure it out.
Yeah, finding
Plus
a
with
quick
the resources that they
resolution
have and all that kind of
yeah.
stuff. So it's cool
awesome.
kind of seeing that aspect of it. I don't exactly know what the video is gonna like showcase in the building side. It definitely has like a lot of detail to it. But I didn't really like go step by step for like a long term piece, but I did want to show what goes on with the build. But I think that the overall vibe of what I'm trying to do and what I've talked to Trey about is just like a piece kind of showing where it's like gotten to.
Blown it.
Classic.
Continue, you're good.
But anyways, the
It's your boy.
hopefully the doc has all the craziness and all the life and everything that like you'd want to see. It's just not going to have like play by play of like each thing that went down at each event, because kind of I think that's all been covered, and this is going to take a while to make. So I think the viewpoint is really just like what is this thing, and like how it got to where it is, and kind of maybe where it's going in a way.
Yeah,
So
man. Sell it to Vice, man. I can see it now. Bro.
I feel like it if this is done right, it'll help just tell that story. But I mean, it's already on its way to kind of turning the corner into a spectators thing brought to you by BMX.
Nice.
Like
Yeah.
I think that's what Trey really
Awesome,
wants too.
man. I think that's one of
Yeah.
the coolest things about the event is like seeing every year there's more and more people outside of BMX that come. Even just this year, the skating,
Dude, this
obviously.
year-
But I saw
Insane.
YouTubers that I watched on YouTube like for years, and I'm like, the hell is this dude? Like, yeah, I know he's from Florida, but he just showed up. You know, there's
Yeah.
people that I'm like, damn, like,
Well,
that's awesome.
speaking
like,
of Vice, do you know
Sick.
there's like this dude? He looks exactly like Stitches, the white guy, the white rapper.
Oh,
guy.
he was there.
Okay,
Yes, I know
so
what you're talking about.
there's this dude
Yeah.
in
Not
Florida.
Stitches,
No,
though?
not
No,
Stitches,
not
not
Stitches.
Stitches.
But he
There's
has
this-
the tattoo?
No,
No,
he just
no, he
looks
looks
like
like
him.
him,
He
like
just looks
face
like him, just like big white
Yeah.
guy, like
Yeah,
faux
yeah,
bleached
okay.
faux.
Oh, I know who you're talking
We were
about.
talking
Yeah,
about
we were
he
He
talking
has
about
like his own
Swampfest.
Florida land.
Yeah.
That had a Vice documentary,
That
and
dude,
they like
yes.
He pulled
it's
up.
like Thad Castle's
Yes,
thing.
Thad.
Like, he was
That-
there.
yo.
He was there. So
Yeah.
it's already like
I think
you
he
know,
does was
coming
like
together.
Patreon or something where he'd
I don't
say
know.
that. I
Yeah,
don't know
but
yeah,
that
when
dude
I-
was there, and I was kind of like tripping, like yo,
Joke
Florida, like-
Squad, I believe.
Juke
Joke
Squad was
Squad.
there. He camped next
Blonde
to us.
dreads, homie. You seen that
Yeah.
guy? He's
Yeah.
like he's
some
a
blonde
big
dreads.
nah, but yeah, he's like a
He was
YouTuber
he was
dude
getting
who
he was
does-
getting clips on the one wheel.
Yeah.
Like while people were like dragged around behind the like the I don't know what they're razors or whatever those things are.
yeah, side by side.
He was just like I was like, dang, I need that shot. Like I want one of those. I need
There's-
more technology.
There's
when I
definitely
film.
some YouTubers out there getting
There's
some
a lot of shit
content.
going on.
So,
I mean-
but it's good to see everybody
The-
pull up and have a good time. But you definitely see like these dudes like trying really hard.
I just don't-
It's cool to see, man.
Get a thumbnail.
I'm down. I'm down for it. I saw dudes doing belly flops
Yeah.
off the top of the
The
castle.
TikTokers
I
are
mean,
going
yeah,
in,
everyone
man.
loved that.
That is crazy. Like, these guys are there for content.
I just don't.
Making shit happen
I don't
too.
think it'll happen when
contributing.
when you have stuff like even like the vert wall or like that big like roller coaster rail or even like the long grind across the water. Those people who aren't like from BMX who come like you want them to be just as engaged in that
just-
as
yes.
the other things. So I'm just hoping that nobody goes like overshadows it and goes, oh, we're just here to like see the explosions at night or whatever.
No,
I think that because it's not just so straightforward like a contest.
It's not a box jump. It's not like just a trail.
They don't need to know.
They can see cool.
that, like,
they can see the cool obstacles and go, damn.
Yeah.
Like that's huge, and I think that they're nailing it with that because every obstacle it gets better every year, and it's like they're more unique in a sense. The bonsai step down, like the best trick thing, the roller coaster grind, and to the bonsai, like that's amazing. Like that was crazy. People were getting eaten up, swallowed up by that wall. It was cool just to see. Like,
And then what else was I gonna say? Oh, having things like at first they did the loop water slide thing, and I was like, okay, I guess some guy's gonna try it, and then like it maybe didn't work quite as they needed it to, but now when I see it, I'm like, oh, like Trey should be having like a water slide jump or something
the public,
that other people
like
could just mess with.
anyone can do.
People are just gonna like be riding, having fun, look over, see some crazy bike thing going on, and it'll still like, I don't know. It's just getting to the point where it's gonna be like a for everyone thing brought to you by BMX.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Like, and I think that's like super important. Like, that's just how I
absolutely.
feel about it. And again, when I saw all these vlogs too. Like my YouTube feed was full of non BMXers. Like Swampfest
amazing
videos, and I'm like, what? I gotta see, and like, just thumb through them, see what's going on, see people's take on it, and it's all positive, and they're like only telling people you need to come here, you need to come here. So that's why I think like that reach or that little bit of out is just gonna like impact it next year, and I think Trey's like aware and like trying to work with that momentum. Like he's come off a couple rough years where. You like sometimes you just think like, oh, maybe Swampfest is kind of whatever, but when you had momentum and then you get stopped by something like COVID and you're trying to come back and then you work really hard on one, then it rains and you move everything inside and you're like, oh, it wasn't quite as it should be, but like, I mean, he's making it all happen when it's like, I don't know, I think people aren't spending money advertising like they used to, so like. That stuff's not as easy to access, and he's still figuring out, making it go. And this year, I think, was the year that like really like put it back to where it needs to be.
Yeah, definitely. It's been getting hit with the rain the last 2 years.
Yeah, moving it, dude. The weather, it was hot, but like it wasn't that bad.
Yeah,
especially Saturday.
Wasn't that bad.
Yeah,
and the other weird part is like the entire time leading up to it. Yeah, it was hot, but like not that bad, except for all of a sudden Friday was like super melting. Like, but like. So the weather being in February is a pretty good call. So.
Well, I think it wasn't in February last year as well too.
No,
it wasn't. It was in
March.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was in October before that.
Yeah,
2021 was October.
Random.
Yeah, and so that's why they were like close to each other. But now he's got this. Now he's got the spacing right again, and
it was like
the
a
right
back
time.
to back.
6 months
I remember
apart.
that. It was.
Both rain.
Yeah, it was good, man.
Yeah, it was super good. It was definitely hot, but like that's definitely better than rain. You can still do everything. Like, definitely kind of surviving, trying to drink a lot of water.
What was like the highlight that you remember for you? Like what was the
highlight,
moment?
Man,
like,
I tried to remember it. I know Ed's already laughing.
I got a couple. I wasn't even there.
One of like, and I want to ask you this as well, but one of mine was read through a rave in the trees in a tree house, like deep. Like 20-minute walk. We had a little crew, 20, 30 of us just getting it. And we were there for probably like 15 minutes before the speaker died.
Which is
very on brand. That's very
dude,
on
it's
brand.
Like
deep.
in the woods.
Like
oh,
deep in the
real?
woods. Yeah, it's all painted up, all
even
sick.
know
And I
about
had
this.
just fallen through that other roof, so I was super scared.
Oh,
of,
this is like that night.
That was the last night.
Okay,
the last
okay.
night. Like we're going into the trees, and like I was like, how do I tell people to come here? Like we're so deep.
Yeah.
But what Ed's laughing at is like the last night. It's like, we're running out of beer. It's like getting to that time, like, all right, we gotta start hitting coolers. And Benny comes back with just like 3 frosty Coors Lights, and I'm just like, where'd you get that? I shouldn't have just
survival.
I shouldn't have just burnt him out.
That's probably not.
That's a dry snitch.
Yeah, but
allegedly,
they're like, Bonner has them. So we go over there, and we don't even know it's Bonner. I mean, it was like that area, or whatever. We pull up biggest coolers, so many Coors Lights, and someone's just like, like in the tent right there, and we're like 6 deep, like. getting all the beer out.
Snowing away.
They're already done with it. It's over.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
what are you gonna do with
heist.
we weren't doing nothing wrong,
Heist.
but like it was just so funny that whoever was in there, we don't even know who it was. Just
I thought you were gonna say about you falling off the roof.
Oh, I mean,
or
that wasn't that fun of a time.
But it's just funny because throughout the whole night, you're just like, who has that clip? Like,
Yeah,
just trying to
nobody has
find this
it.
clip.
Never even happened.
Yeah, it didn't happen.
That's
But
you and
I
Andy.
hate to see it.
Yeah, so right when it's probably like right when the fire started getting like decent on the last
crazy.
night, we go up on top of the merch booths and like there's just like diagonal pieces of plywood up on top, not anywhere. And like I think Max was up there first. We hop up, and there's already a dude that works there on a quad. Like, yo, you guys should not be up there. It's dangerous. I'm like, yeah, whatever. And Andy's just filming the fire, and I'm on mine. And I go to like just like hop over to like where the Swampfest merch was, and it just blows out, and we just fall down, just to the ground. And I'm like, I just killed Andy, and I'm just like, Andy, are you okay? He's like, yeah, I'm fine. And we just start laughing our asses off. And like, I mean, I got legs are pretty tore, but like, dude, we fell through a roof. Like, it was fine. Like, I was thinking like, dude, what if I got like, stabbed, like whatever, like,
I mean,
I
just
got, there's like bruises all the fuck over me, but like, it was a good memory.
Yeah,
frightening.
It was funny.
But yeah, those are mine. What were some of your favorite memories from the fest?
It's hard for like a memory, but like when I was like, I was filming a lot, so a lot of my memories are through a camera lens. But probably one of my favorite things was Boone in the pit.
Pushing people
on the
away.
first night. It's just like he can't be moved, and
Dude, I seen him.
I locked on to him, and like the shot that I have is people just coming from side to side, but like just boom, boom, like 3 people at one time getting on him, boom. It's like it looks like action hero.
He's carrying people through the pit. I've seen it.
And then like
insane.
like a motorcycle comes by, like a quad, and he like tries to push it over. It didn't really go that well, so he like moves on. It's kind of funny, but I don't know. And then like helping people up too, like pushing them down, and then you're like, I don't know. It's just like it looks intense, but really like it's pretty chill.
The pit camaraderie is crazy.
Yeah,
it's crazy. We've been there before. You see someone get bodied and just
pick them up.
Yeah.
Make
I'm
sure
glad
they
let pit bikes in the pit this year.
Dude, yeah.
Because last year, Denim started doing donuts in the pit, and they full-blown tackled Denim from both sides off his 110. He's like, what the fuck?
No, they did.
They're just
everything
pit bikes in there this year.
Yeah.
Not having it inside the thing.
Oh, nice.
There was like hay last year and stuff. I don't know if
It's
they were
nice
worried about
because like they kind of just let them do their thing. Like even like the amount of fireworks that were just being thrown into crowds of people.
I'm not.
Luckily nobody's hurt.
People got hurt.
Dude.
Yeah.
Luckily nobody died.
Someone
right?
Yeah, but not that.
Someone lost their eyesight, man.
I mean, yeah, Chris Russell almost went.
Yeah,
got close.
I know.
But nothing. Nothing.
Serious.
No limbs got blown off.
He's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's coming back, but
Yeah.
it could have been serious, but it also could have been even more serious and a couple burns and stuff. Well, I got hit with one pretty hard and was like, oh
Same.
shit, I got to rethink
Same.
this. Like,
keep your head on the swivel.
Position.
Keep your head on the swivel. You know.
Yeah,
but I mean, all that stuff was like super exciting. I don't know, a lot of the fire shots are really sick, and like, I don't know. Overall, like watching all the like contests and stuff are fun. Anything with waters, it's extra exciting because it's like, what's going on here? Denim going across the rail in the water on the 110 is
with the tractor on right next to it.
And he didn't like run anyone over. He made it through. It's crazy. Like,
I thought that was pretty sick because
even Reed bodied a good amount of the crowd. I seen him on one of the ices. He like kind of just jumped off the bike and like took out a crowd. Reed's 6'2", 6'3". It's a big guy coming down.
Reed and BSD team, like there was like a contest of what team won. Is BSD? They fucking.
No, they were going for it. They spray painted their fucking bodies. Yeah, shit, bro. I was like, damn, that's crazy.
Reed did ice fakie on the Bloom wall.
Oh,
that
was wild.
It was sick.
Cheers to that.
That was huge.
Crazy.
That's huge. Yeah,
crazy.
It looked like he fell too. The way he faked it out, it looked like he like jumped his feet off and landed. And I see him like
front tire hits that little fucking water. They had the water on the
Yeah.
water hose thing, and he like tapped it. Back in.
That was sick.
Was that the coolest thing that went down on the wall?
That
I think
was
the pole jam was kind of just in the way.
The
that
what?
was
The pole
pretty
jam?
sick, but
The pole jam was in the way. I agree.
Yeah, it was scary.
Who did that hand plant? The young kid. He did.
Oh,
hand
he was.
plant.
The downside one?
Yeah.
I don't know who that was.
He did. That was fire as well.
Love seeing those.
The Odyssey jump was sick. Someone was
like
talking a
all
double
that.
backflip.
I like that.
Yeah,
that dude
trying
deserved it. He
double
got
backflip.
bodied like 3-4
Yeah.
times.
Yeah.
He deserved it.
He didn't land it, but he
The double backy homie.
Yeah.
But he got it, I think, because he did Superman to bar, and they gave it to him.
Oh, that was
shout
sick
out to
too,
that
yeah.
homie. He killed it. That's a Mark Mulville.
And now, well, that was
He was
another,
there, and I
I
didn't
know.
see him.
I
didn't
seen
see
him ride the trails.
Yeah, I
bro.
didn't see him.
Shout out to Mark
That was another
Mulville, man.
aspect of this year's layout was some weird stuff that's like entertaining and like really rideable stuff. Playful kink rail and the Odyssey jumps thing.
Yep.
And I mean, even the Colt thing with the roller coaster rail. I mean, I'm not gonna do it, but like if you're about it, I guess it's not that hard. And you have 4 pegs. You
Yeah.
just go for it. It works. Everybody.
Also,
didn't
the
see
castle
hip,
was fun,
I didn't
dude.
see the hip line in. I saw people hitting the hip
Oh,
line.
true, yeah.
I didn't even
right
see that
before,
was an
right
option.
before the event,
Yeah.
like people just started coming out of nowhere, and I'm like waiting, and then because you don't hear them grind, they're just like all of
Yeah.
a sudden. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
But yeah,
I think
it
that
was cool.
That
they
was
were
my
coming off the
favorite. I
side.
think obstacle was the
obstacle was
cool
sick.
one. Just the roller coaster grind down into the bonsai, like with the walls and shit. Like
Yeah.
that's super. You know,
Dude,
for
some-
anyone outside of BMX, like they're gonna look at that and be like, damn, like dug all the way
Yeah.
under the
Yeah.
Yeah,
ground
true.
and have like that jump coming out. Like that's appealing to anyone. You know?
Oh, another thing that's sick, and it's back to Boone, the All Star.
MVP.
He is really nice in the like tractor thing, like
The excavator.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like me and Marcel were joking that he could like dap you up or like
Yeah.
vibe you with it. He's like he's so gentle, man. He's like just like scooping dirt, like knows exactly where he's at and like taps it back down, and we're like, dude, it's like his arm.
It's impressive to see the dudes who drive that like it's like a little golf cart where it's
Yeah.
just like, shoo,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
it's chill because like you get in one of those and you're like, whoa,
They're jumpy.
You really realize,
Yeah, to see it used like properly was really cool.
that's fire.
And I don't know, just like that other skid steer thing, just seeing everything they do with it, or like how they get around. Like they got a rope harness thing that they put Dave in and like bring him up to somewhere high so he could drill something in. And so I have like a bunch of funny shots of that kind of stuff. And
Yeah,
like
that's awesome.
just like some random things where they're trying to get Marcel to put some stuff together, and he's kind of like, and Trey has to like come over and go, we've done this a million times. It goes like this. Come on. Like, I don't know. It's just, there's some funny moments of just like weird stuff. Oh, and like how you find screws. Like if you're missing, you need long screws to put a couple 2x4s together. You just look around in the dirt and you'll find them and you put them up. They literally
Just take one out from another ramp.
Literally,
and
Dave's
another one.
building a ledge, and he goes, "Oh, I gotta find screws," and he just starts walking around. All right, I got enough. And they're just everywhere, all in the dirt somewhere. Not even like in a tub. Like at one point, I started gathering some up, trying to be like, all right, well, here's a pile at least, so we can find them. But yeah, it's just like now it's been 15 minutes finding screws. Like I don't know. It's just funny, like Swampfest style. thing
Yeah.
to do.
Well, and speaking of screws, what happened with the dance comp rail? Wasn't there like screws sticking out or something?
Yeah,
They
but kinda flat.
drill
Yeah.
some stuff, and the screws are just sticking out the other side. I mean, that's
part of it.
I believe that's we'll get to that thing that just didn't got to. I know they saw it when they put it together, and they're like, all right. And then they moved on to something else, and the next thing you know, the event started. And
Breed's up there.
so
Getting
yeah,
so close.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
Reed. Yeah.
I don't think-
he
yeah.
just tired himself out. I was
Well,
like,
I don't think he could. Like he did it. He like, okay, I'm done. Okay, this is the one. And
Yeah.
still, I don't think it was possible at that time.
yeah,
Someone was saying if you like, locked in the rail at the base, like the front one, if it would have not wobbled or.
Oh,
I don't
true.
know.
Yeah. Also,
But
I think
it'll
if-
probably be there next year. You know,
if he
for
wasn't
that.
doing-
That was
Of
a
it.
frightening obstacle.
Yeah,
If
it's
you-
crazy.
If you lean over when you get to the top, it's
yeah.
that.
Oh,
yeah,
You're
bro,
coming back.
falling backwards.
Come on.
Marcel landed in the water
Mars-
He
switch,
launched
like,
off, yeah.
Yeah, it's so
Marcel-
crazy.
Marcel
that he got
I thought he was
100
doing that on purpose.
No,
Yeah, I don't think he could've done it that
I
good on
don't
purpose.
think he thought that was even an option. I thought he was going straight, and he just like leaned for
Oh,
Yeah.
some
he
reason.
went hard right.
The way
Hard right.
he went for it was like, all right, I'll go, because he jumped into it a few times like when they built it. So I think he just was like, all right, just go faster,
Yeah.
but like didn't take into consideration the harshness of like the bottom part. So it like kind of shoved him over, and then he just went whoosh into the water with 3 phones.
Yeah, people got wrecked. People got wrecked on. Yeah, that was weird. Why is he in the water with 3 phones? Like,
He's the lost and found.
People were handing him phones that were found.
Oh,
he
true.
put them in his pocket.
Got ruined.
And so now, then it turned
That's
into...
hilarious.
I mean, most of them are. They can
that's
go
fine.
underwater. You know,
No, I went in the camper, and they're just like bags with rice and the phones.
Well, rest in peace to those folks.
Yeah. Dude, people got wrecked on the roller coaster rail.
Yeah.
There was someone trying it with 2 pegs. Benny knocked the Scooby Doo guy out.
He knocked his teeth out.
No.
He already didn't have.
He already
teeth.
had no
okay.
teeth.
No.
Because in Panza's video, he's like, "Where are your teeth?" He's like, "They've been gone." It's just like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
man.
But he's
bleeding.
just bloody mouth. He's
Yeah.
like, give me a beer.
Yeah, that was
Drinking
That was
soda.
heavy.
Scooby-Doo.
Taking a handlebar full speed to the face. Is
yeah.
not good.
Speaking of Scooby Doo, him and Truck Driver, they kept it light this year.
Yeah, super light.
They weren't
Truck
hammered.
driver.
They
Really?
weren't.
They were
Yeah,
light because damn,
truck
every
driver.
clip I was like, these dudes are wilding.
They're
I mean, maybe
wild.
we're just used to it, but like,
Yeah.
or maybe like nobody hates it as much because like it sucked last year.
Yeah,
and like
yeah.
dudes are too much. Like you be that guy, whatever. But like,
Which is
It was-
wild.
it was
It's
definitely
just
mellow
wild
this
when
year.
you're getting in the way. Like,
Yeah.
just don't be like you can have fun, rip, but don't fucking get in the way. Like,
the thing they're good at is all
hyping
the,
up people.
like it
hyping
sucks
up people
Yeah.
and all the water obstacles. They're good at retrieving stuff.
Yeah, they're gonna
that
go in
is
the
the
water.
like, I seen all that grade
Yeah.
A effort from them.
Yeah.
Picking out boards from the
Yep.
bottom of the mud. Like
They know their roles.
that's dope.
They're-
But-
Fixing
But
something.
no, I mean you got to think about it. If what if Benny would have got hurt too on that? Like that's a shitty thing. Just
Yeah.
to be like not paying attention, just the drunk guy. Like
Yeah.
keep your head, pay attention. If you're gonna
But
be
he
in the
took it.
mix,
He took it.
Don't
Yeah.
don't risk hurting someone else. Is what, That's the old guy in me coming out. Right there, for real. Like, hey, come on,
it
it's
happens.
fun,
Though.
but
There's so
no,
many
it
heads
does.
out there,
It does.
and we hated to see it happen
It's
to Corey
hard.
too. In the
Oh
bowl.
man,
Yeah.
That
Corey
shit was
got wrecked.
brutal.
Yeah.
Even though luckily it was, or I don't know if it's good or bad that it was like kind of by the homie. I feel like that almost makes it better. Instead of you're not like blaming on like some random
Yeah,
person, at
true.
least like, all right, if it was you, like whatever.
Yeah.
Like I know what like
We're
what
in the
whatever.
session,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could have
If
been
it was a
anything.
random, then it's like, all right, fuck you, you were in the wrong. Like if this is like
No, for sure.
Yeah, that was
Yeah, I hope
fucking.
Corey
that was
was
brutal though,
crazy
man.
fall.
It definitely like threw off the whole vibe of the bowl jam. Luckily he's okay, but god damn, he fucking
No, in
full
the moment
scorpion.
it was uncertain how he was doing. But
Yeah.
I'm
That is a
glad he's
tough
good.
motherfucker, man.
Yeah,
He-
I've seen him hit his face a lot
That
in the
he-
bottom of bowls.
He's
Yep.
just
Fucking-
he's a tough dude, man. He's resilient as fuck, man. I've heard of him and just seen him take wrecks, and he can.
And luckily they were his older teeth because he just got new teeth like a couple weeks ago,
Oh,
or like
man.
different ones, or these aren't the ones, and like I was just devastated.
Yeah, I wasn't sure, but yeah, there
Yeah, he
definitely
said they were his
was
old ones
teeth
or
on
like
the deck.
Yeah, that's when I didn't know. Like, okay, hit his face, it was bad, and then I see people like around with teeth, and I
Yeah.
was like, oh
Yeah.
fuck,
Yeah, fuck.
it was some shit. But glad he's okay.
Nah, man.
Fucking-
Heal up, man. That's
How
crazy.
hard he worked on
Scary.
the bowl too is like
Yeah,
it's
that's
like
what sucks.
another like
That's
turn
all
of
I
the
thought
knife
of. Like,
thing.
damn,
It's-
like
He just
all,
built the bowl,
Yeah.
got shit from the skaters just to get fucking bodied. Like.
you know,
Let's talk about the skaters being there.
I think it was sick. It's definitely good. Like, definitely pulling up. I know I was like, oh, it's gonna be sick. We're all gonna be homies, and I'm like, I don't know. We
It
might
wasn't
just-
like that for sure. Yeah.
I think it was sick. Like, I think it was all good. Like, riding together was
You
definitely
know,
like
you know a good amount
different.
of them though too already.
Yeah,
Well,
sure.
not like
helps,
that, but like intermingling. Like
True,
in the bowl,
true.
like we're already in the bowl, like all
Yeah.
bikes, one
Same
skater.
session,
And I'm
same
like, they're trying to read us, and like skaters
Yeah.
don't really know how to read us.
Well,
So it's like, yo, like
they don't know.
you can go.
They don't know
like,
how long you're gonna go, and what's
Yeah.
like it's like a one man drop in thing, but it's like still you don't know like where's this dude coming from? Like I've been there many times. It's,
But I think it was good overall. Like, I definitely didn't see any like.
Yeah, no
getting pissed
beefs,
at
no
each other,
nothing,
nothing
yeah.
like that. I
it's
think
all steps. I
Yeah,
think,
exactly.
like,
and I think this is a
sure.
huge step. Like,
It is. I agree.
for bikers and skaters like getting along, doing the same exact shit. But I think, it was cool.
I think
hey,
that
shout
it-
out Sorgente. He, I seen him jump the jumps. He was riding everything. Like he did I think the step down or the step up jumps.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
he
Corvette.
can ride.
Yeah.
All those homies. Gravette too. Shout out to him, man. That's so sick. It's sick to see that the intermingling of like they just rip.
Yeah,
That's what
some of
it
the
is.
skaters put on the show, like that dude Cody Russell, right?
Chris Russell.
Chris Russell, like
Russell,
he
yeah.
was jumping off the
Yeah.
castle.
He was
Yeah.
getting
Every
it,
event,
too,
like
man.
Hit
anything
the Pit
with
Viper
water.
loop. He fucked
Yeah.
up the bowl as usual.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, and he always puts down in like all the skate contests and shit like that. But it was definitely cool to see him involved with just everything, just
Yeah.
getting fucking jump off castle, doing the Pit Viper loop.
Wicked.
Shout out to all the Pit Vipers we got.
Dude, shout out to Pit Viper.
You tapped in,
Bro, I was around to go home. I was like, I should put these on OfferUp. I was like, you know what? Eddie probably already has his on OfferUp.
They're on Depop.
Right when we got them, like, these like $100.
I'm gonna keep them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep them for next year.
Yeah.
Honestly, shout out Pit Viper because like
you get some clear ones.
No, the clears would be
the
crucial.
clears- yeah,
clears.
for nighttime.
Right when this little bloomed his
Now that
eye
I
out,
know.
everybody had the clears on.
Yeah.
Like,
Now that I know, I'm on that.
everybody put the clears on right away.
I had mine either way at night. Like I was throwing mortars, all that with them on.
I seen you out there smoking cigs and shit.
Yeah, I was like just drunk as shit.
I see you.
But it was sick. Also, I like that there was outside sponsors like Pit Viper, that
was
beer
good.
company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that beer company's kind of involved with some other shit. Like
What
they
was
just
it? What, it was
sponsored like
Dale's?
Matt Cordova.
they just
it
sponsored like
Dale's, or-
Unclicked.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah, and they've.
But it's
well,
still-
I don't know.
Alright, so Traction Coffee,
Yeah.
Mike Murfitt. I'm sorry if I said your last name wrong, but he's like he worked for Oscar Blues, Dale.
Oh, it's Blue-
that
sorry,
whole
Blue-
that
it's Blue.
yeah. He worked for them before doing the coffee thing, I think. And so he's like pretty connected with like still doing like events and marketing and stuff for him. So I believe that's how like this connection is coming down, which is really sick because he's a BMX rider and he's helping like bring something
New
to it and not just being like, all right, you guys deal with it. It seems like I don't think he's really involved with the company, but just because of the like working relationship they had, he's helping like I don't know, he was the representative for it at the event, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't even work for him. So, and then I think, he made that connection with the Unclick podcast and getting that thing connected to him too. But yeah, so that's kind of, I think that connection for something that's outside, it's connected not just through somebody who went, oh, hey, there's like somebody who actually rides and knows what's going on to help like facilitate
Nice.
that stuff.
No,
So it's
that's
kind of
awesome.
cool. It's like not just like some random beer company that hasn't. I mean,
just throw
they're
their
kind of
name out
like
there.
that, I guess.
Yeah.
But like the way they're connected is
Yeah.
through somebody who can like help.
Is through
in the way-
riders.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, it's cool to see. And yeah, the Pit Viper thing. I mean, I think the Pit Viper dude was right next to us in the big ass
the whole
limo.
time.
Like, I think he's coming back every single year.
Oh, he is.
Like,
He is.
they were fucking
That's
frothing
sick.
in it.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
they were
that's
bringing
sick.
it all.
They
They
had
had
the
all the
girls
funny
out, like,
chicks.
it was
Like,
They had the limo. They would do
Yeah.
that. Like that's cool. That's
Yeah.
so sick to see.
That's
It
the
was-
best promo you can get.
Yeah,
Like
I
here's
mean-
a fucking like watching everyone's vlogs and videos. Everyone in the background had Pit Vipers. Like all that. Like come on, man. Like they're
yeah,
coming back.
especially with all the fireworks. Like, I think that was, probably was accidentally. It was accidentally the best marketing because, especially once Russell's eye got blown out, everybody had him on. Like, everybody. And, like, it was funny, right, when they do the loop, right, when that was, like, the Pit Viper obstacle or whatever.
Yeah, they just throw
It's
them
like,
out.
they got this box. It's like, all right, we're about to do this? All right, everyone get some glasses.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, yeah! Like, put them right on. Throw the
tight.
boxes. And everybody just, like, in it. Like, you couldn't
tight.
see a damn set of eyes.
Shout
It
out
was
to
so
them
cool.
for that. That's sick. That's
Yeah, it
super
was
dope.
cool.
They did bring a good energy.
Pit
I
Viper like
it.
reminds me of like a LBZ. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, the kind of
just
vibe.
party.
Damn, we should get LBZ out there.
Dude.
Cool ass dudes, like just doing
Dude, they
that.
had a cool
His
outfit.
name was
Yeah.
Scummy.
Oh, his name is Scummy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Scummy,
shout
yeah.
out to Scummy.
Nice.
Scummy
He was
Diner.
sick.
Hell
He was
yeah.
cool.
Hell yeah.
But yeah.
That was our neighbor in the campsite.
Yeah, hooked us up with the mattress pump. Shout out him. It was just like
Couple of boys.
it's like 3 a.m. I'm just like it's just super loud, waking everyone up.
Oh man, well, like, so what do you guys see like the future of it being? Like, what do you guys see it like blowing up?
Yeah,
like
I think this year was like
good stepping stone.
seeing the people that came out, skaters plus the like
general
there
public.
was influencers, if you will, like all the vlogs from people. Me and Veesh were talking about this earlier. Like, I look up Swampfest and it's like this one dude with this many subscribers. I had no idea who he is.
Yeah, it's
Doesn't
super
bike.
dope.
Yeah.
You know, it's like damn, like this is sick. Plus the outside sponsors. You know,
I think this is the
Yeah.
most videos I've seen of Swampfest.
I think so
this
too,
year.
yeah.
There was so many and so many different people made cool ones and
Yeah,
different ones,
and
like-
just even if the videos were basic, this the perspectives. that
Yeah,
people are
no,
giving.
it's-
You're
it's
like,
cool, it's
you're
cool.
like, oh damn, they liked it like that,
Yep.
or like they like I don't know, or they saw something I didn't see and went, what the fuck? Like,
yeah.
yeah,
but
that's super sick.
Yeah,
and there's a
there's-
lot more, just girls this year too.
Oh,
like
even-
normally
even
it's just
that,
like
yeah.
BMX, greasy, like
Yeah.
getting it. And it was cool to see just like just everybody, a lot a girls
Yeah.
running
I saw
around
some
having
tits
fun.
out there
like,
for sure.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
there was some tits out there. There was even girls. It was funny at some point. I looked at it like this is like Disneyland. Like two girls like grabbed their boyfriends and took pictures behind the castle. Like that's so. It's just funny to me. I don't know. Like
that's sick.
Swampfest.
Yeah, I saw some
Taking pictures in front
topless.
of
I saw
the
some
castles.
topless. What do they call it when you get on the shoulders? It's like when you do it in a pool.
Oh,
like
chicken fights.
Yeah,
I saw some of that
Yeah.
late night.
that was that
fire.
one chick with the huge tits.
I seen some shit
Yeah.
go down, man.
Danae.
Danae, yeah,
Oh.
she was doing that, yeah.
But
But let's
909.
also
baby.
there's like those people come out at night. Those people that don't ride.
Yeah.
It's what I call
That's-
like
that-
unofficial Swampfest events. They cut after
That's
like
their
1
time to
a.m.
shine, baby.
Yeah, they
That's
like-
their time to shine.
Someone just puts a ramp on the ground and like, all right,
Yeah.
we're jumping this toilet.
So sick,
Yeah.
so sick. Those are some of some of my favorite moments from Swampfest.
Yeah, that shit is fire.
Those dudes that are those people that are just like
people
yep,
in tractors.
I've
like,
had
Yeah.
29 beers today. Here we go. I'm jumping this. Like I saw a dude in his underwear flip just the little kicker. And
oh yeah,
it's
yeah.
amazing. Like,
Yeah.
bro, he should not have tried that.
Bunch of characters, man. Also,
It's amazing.
I feel like you're saying like what could be the future of Swampfest. I feel like they could start hiring bands or bands like reaching out like, yo, you can
Yeah.
you can make a lineup and then get it away from the fireworks this time. You know?
I mean,
Yeah.
Jesus.
No?
I don't
now
see.
the
I
fireworks
mean,
is like-
music.
I mean, yeah,
music wise is crazy. I saw the band get pissed because they got their fucking
They
shit
left
blown
mad
up.
early,
You
yeah.
know, like that's Eric. That's Eric. I know that homie. Like
was that the Pantera Express guy?
the dude with
No,
the
that was the next day.
Oh, okay, I thought they
first
played
he
back
was
days.
bummed. Like someone shot a fucking or threw a firecracker in it. Like fucked up some of their equipment.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
that
yeah,
shit
yeah.
sucks. You know,
Yeah.
like,
That sucks. Yeah,
Not
that's
gonna
that I
have to
believe they
regulate-
could
you
do
can't-
that.
it's
That's
hard
what
to
I'm saying.
regulate a
I'm
bunch of
saying
crazies,
it's
you
gonna be
know?
hard to get it away from the fireworks.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
I
they're
think that's what
thrown.
scares me the most about that place.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely the
I
most thing
have
you're scared of,
PTSD,
especially
bro.
if you
I
see,
don't
you see
like
like
that,
like
man.
after you see like a water bottle hit the ground.
you're like,
oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I
You
was
hear
running-
someone
I was
coming
running
up
for
behind
beer
you
cans
quick,
and
you're
stuff.
like-
I was like, oh no.
Yeah, you see one lighter flick. Oh fuck! Like I'm leaving. Like, yeah, it's sick though. I was. Yeah, shout out Panzer for the mortars, man. Those were going.
Yeah, shout out Panzer. I think Panzer has my favorite video
Yeah,
for
you
sure
guys gotta
so far.
watch that.
I'll
We
have
ain't
to
see
watch
where
that
I got to
one.
see Veesh's. Veesh's
That won't come out.
Mine's gonna
Yeah.
take a while.
It's a
But
movie.
Yeah,
There's a
it's
lot
gonna
of them
take a
out there. I
while.
think Panzer's was super sick. The Hemecula video,
Yeah, that one's
super
funny.
good because it was a lot of partying and
Yeah, just style
their
section.
own antics, which was cool to see their side of
Do you know anything behind Panza focusing the car? What was behind that?
So he had that down in the streets. Well, he gave that car to Rusty. Rusty didn't use it. Turned it into that thing for down in the streets. Didn't do the insurance. Almost got his license taken away. Figured it out. He's like, all right, I gotta get rid of this car. So there's a rail on it. So he just took it to Swampfest. Told Trey that he's bringing it. Hey, I want to burn it here. Throw the keys in there and never.
I thought you guys were gonna blow it up. I thought there
Nah,
was.
I mean,
Was there gas in it or like was
Yeah,
it just?
it
was,
dro-
thing
it
ran.
drove.
was
Yeah.
it driving?
Yeah, it was
Damn,
driving.
I wish I would have.
He drove it
Yeah.
off the trailer. There,
Yeah.
I saw the clip.
They
And
and
then-
then at the track.
Dude, that would, yeah.
Shout out to Panzer for that, man.
But yeah.
He killed it with that. That car did some shit, man. He
It
made
did.
content off that shit.
Yeah,
He
it
gave
did.
it to Rusty as a Hennessy red
Yep.
Yeah.
drop top. Like painted it for his boy.
Yeah.
Fucking made it into a spot for down in the streets.
And now it.
and drove it on a trailer. He paid for that trailer
Yeah.
himself and drove it all the way to Swampfest for people to ride it and then to see
Blow
it
it up.
fucking
Or
get
kinda
lit
blow it
on
up.
fire. Like
Yeah, it was.
that's
sick.
amazing. That's
It was
some-
funny. Like
that's some
I
shit.
stayed up till like 5 a.m. and it's like the last people just like trying to start something, and this kid's just like wrenching away at the Honda. I'm like, what do you do? He's like, gotta get this catalytic converter.
Oh
And he's
yeah.
It took hours, bro. It took, and then finally we're just all kind of
$50.
chilling. He was just like, we just hear like the tools drop. He's like, finally, and we're
No
like,
way.
you got it. He's like, yeah, man, $400, and just leaves. It was sick.
Wow.
It was sick.
Hey,
Huh.
everyone hustles, baby.
Yeah.
Everyone's got to hustle. If
probably
you know,
working
you
on the
know.
car.
Man.
Like when it was around.
Oh, even Panza said it. He was like, good for him. Like, dude got $400. You know.
Damn.
Incredible.
Well, shit. I had a couple other things. Unless you
Yeah.
guys want to talk about some other shit. Just like I know it probably sounds a little weird to talk about this, but we just dropped a video.
Oh yeah, we did.
Yeah.
drop a
So-
video.
Let's talk about
Talk
it.
about
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
It was good times. I just been on Colt for a couple years, and now that I was on Colt, we had to film something, but yeah, I don't know.
You
How was that
know?
process? Veesh? How was it filming with Trevor? I filmed with Trevor a lot. So how was it? How was the I would say more the process, because he's into these thriller ass spots.
Yeah.
Felony. He rides like felony spots. Like, he's like breaking into people's houses
he definitely
and shit.
does.
Like, bro, I'm not trying to go to jail for this shit. Like, I love riding, but
Same.
I don't think
going to jail.
I got a lot of those clips. I got more the tame clips than less adventures.
Nice.
I think there might have been a
How
couple.
about the church roof though? You filmed that?
Church roof? We did. Yeah,
that's
we did.
felony
We did
spot.
church. I don't think so. Church roof and crank arm wall in the same day.
Well, and the whip. Oh yeah, I forget that was the same.
Yeah.
day.
Yeah, that was
Solid
the same day.
We've been talking about this crank wall for
Years, man.
5 years.
Yeah,
we've been
6.
trying to find it. We've been
6,
trying
yeah.
to find it for him, and I'm stoked you got that. Like,
Yeah,
That's
bucket
sick.
list. I mean, there's even like I still have a list of like spots that I wanted to hit, but we just had to get it done, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But
oh, it came out sick.
But this,
Yeah,
this
that's good.
video was like
it was
a
super fun.
chip away over time
Yeah.
Yeah.
kind of thing. So, kind of once it got like to a place where it was kind of shaping up, then it was like, all right, let's just get these
Yeah.
last things that he wants to get. But like, I mean, he's kind of all over the place. Like, which was kind of fun to make the video because there's pools and then grinds and then but unique ones and then roofs, and so it's like pretty like all around, and that's like a response I got from a lot of people was
Yeah.
like how like diverse it was.
Super
So it was-
dope. That's
it was-
like I think that's one of the biggest things that made your video stand out. Just is like you ride everything always, but that like you showed some spots, everything. You know, creativeness. You put a lot of effort into that. So you know,
I think
did a whip. Did a whip.
That was
One and
fire.
only.
the
Clean ass whip.
the song just like with its like kind of build up where it's just kind of like some drums and some bass going on in the beginning worked really good for just like this intro pool kind of thing that like hooks you in. And I think like pool riding is so much gnarlier to be there in person, and sometimes can be like overlooked, but I felt like your clips came through pretty solidly, especially stuff like pedal grinding into the pool and then like hitting that line with the thing around that love seat, stuff like the back tire jam, like that was really cool. And I don't know, you just did the thing you needed to do in the pool, and you didn't just like keep filming a bunch at the same pool. It was like
Yeah.
kind of just
Clip
like
at
this
each-
clip,
at each
found that
pool.
clip, and then like even like when we went out to Palm Springs and you hit like that long pedal grind, like I don't know, it's just like different pool stuff that worked, and then you had some unique stuff on rails and like all pedal grinded, and even something as simple as that Sizzler's roof that we went to,
That one was
where you just
tight.
go over a wire, but it's just like I don't know.
spot.
there's
One of my
little-
favorite
yeah,
clips.
it's a spot.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
spot.
I remember seeing
One, that clip, and I want to say the whip, obviously.
I like the pedal grind into the pool because when I seen that, like, oh, that's just some ledge at a school. It's a
it
pool.
doesn't look like
Just
you're
like
about to drop into a
Also,
pool,
it starts. I didn't get to run it as long as I wanted to, but it starts out of the house.
Oh,
You know,
sick,
like,
yeah.
Oh, man.
and in. So there's a lot to that clip. It's
Yeah,
good.
the
It's a
carve
solid clip.
over the Sizzler.
Yeah, that was hard.
like that spot was asking for it. That was
Well, and the scissor we found like years
Yeah.
before, just cruising. I was like, oh, I should go check in on that. Like, oh, it's out of business now. Perfect.
all
Now it's
Sizzlers,
flat.
Now it's not even there anymore.
Sizzler's soup plantations. If you know the spot at your
Denny's.
locals,
Yeah,
know,
if you got
go
some
to them.
good-
No, Denny's is still cracking. Denny's are 24 hours.
True,
still to
yeah.
this
Denny's
day.
got dummy spots.
They
too.
still hot.
But with that pedal grind thing, it was like, so that spot was really hot, super high property value. And it was like, all right, cool, we're going to leave. All right, I'll do the pedal grind.
Yep.
Like, we got to leave.
Now let's do it.
Yeah, because this is
Yeah.
like,
Evidence.
like grinding the marble. And then like
Yeah.
there was people playing tennis like right beneath us.
Tennis
And
court.
like, yeah, there's like a tennis court. And I was like looking up like online, like, is it louder from up top? Can people hear us? Because we can
Whoa.
hear them.
If the neighbor's
you know,
got
like-
a tennis court, I'm not riding the pool. Telling you now. If they got
Yeah.
a tennis court, you done.
But
They're calling
that pool
SWAT
was a
in.
cool experience for sure. And that, I feel like that's how it is with a lot of pool riding. But that one was like giant gate, cameras everywhere, scoped it out.
That was the
multiple
$9 million
times.
house.
Yeah, 11.
11.
And it was like
11.
11 G. But yeah, and it was just cool because he's like old Hollywood actor. Like, I don't want to say his name, so you probably look it up and find out where he lives.
Yeah.
But we didn't know.
No free spots.
We didn't know until after because we're just sitting in traffic, you know, like every day, or not every day, but we did it like 2 days. And it's like drive up to Hollywood, just come back to Long Beach when it's like leave at 8, come back at 5. So we're just in traffic. Like, let me see who this even belongs to. Big Hollywood actor. He's got a gangster ass video or like, you know, theater, like old theater with old ass like iron film projectors that they just didn't move, like because I think they're so heavy. But like, yeah, it was just crazy. Like
So the house is empty.
House is empty.
Just a couple
and,
things are in it still.
Yeah, so those big things, most of the walls are gone. Like it's just studs like in the house, but it's built by like this gangster ass architect, so I don't think they're gonna like plow it. You know, they'll like redo it or whatever.
Yeah.
But there's like a 2-story library. There was like a safe on like 4 wheels. They demoed the whole house. I'd imagine that somebody like thought about this. So I was like, oh, there's a safe right here on wheels. Like imagine, but we didn't look any further. But yeah, that shit was really cool. His hands are like in the concrete, like with his initials, and it was just like proper Hollywood, like up on the hills. Like there was also like a fire department across the hill, like they could see us directly, and it was just like we expected to get rolled, and we just didn't.
Amazing.
Wow.
Yeah, like we pulled up, like we're gonna get rolled.
Luck of the Irish, huh? He just got it.
Yeah, and there was like electricity, so we could pump it. We have to pump over the thing.
Nice. How'd you guys do the water? Did you like pump it down the hill, or where'd you do it? Because that shit, I've seen that before, where like
we tried to
start
siphon
soaking up
it.
the neighbor's yard and shit.
Yeah, so basically, when you get there, it's like, all right, what do we got to work with? Like, all right, there's hoses around because we didn't bring anything. We were like going to Pro Walk it. We didn't know if there was like a dog there or like we didn't know, but we just had a picture of like that pool, and we're like, we have to ride this. You hop a gate, and then it's like a driveway where you can't see anything, so you don't know if anyone's there or what. So we hop the gate, and then we like. Okay, cool. Nobody's here. I don't think, like no dog. It says beware of dogs. There's cameras, but they're like cameras, like
old
40-year-old cameras. Like they're not like rings. Like they're built into the pillar. I don't think these things work anymore.
No.
Yeah. But we tried to siphon it, and then that didn't work. And then I was like looking at the walls, and like there's like fresh wire. I'm like, flip the switch. I was like, oh, there's power. So we brought the pump in and pumped it.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice.
But
no, it's just you and Corey.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's me and Corey 2 days.
Thugging.
Yeah.
Scary job right there, man.
Yeah.
You don't know who's behind that door when you just first step in,
Yeah, but it was gangster. It had the old pictures plastered all over it. Like, it was just cool.
That's cool. Yeah, to see the original, how it looked inside.
Yeah. And that shit's fucking sick. One of the other things I wanted to talk about last time when we had Preston on, but I wanted to talk about Instagram Reels, in which you might be familiar into.
Okay.
Do you know like the analytics behind it and like how stuff works?
I know nothing.
Really?
Yeah, I try not to.
You don't dabble in the Reels?
I post some sometimes, and then you get a little bit of money in your account. But like, I don't like do it. I should. I'm only like holding myself back by not doing it, but. I don't know how to. I barely just found out how to put music on the thing. Yeah, I don't know how to do it. He said something about putting captions on. I was like,
and Eddie had to show us how to do that because it took me about 2 days to fully. I just posted my first reel. And it did horribly. Like my real post, if I post something real, I noticed like some traction of like people, engaging with it and shit. I posted a reel. Nobody saw it, and it's no one. You know what I mean? I was like, yeah, weird because if I do like a hard post on my account, like
you're on private.
Yeah, but but still, all of my fault. Like, you know what I mean? I'll usually like get a certain amount of views on a video.
Yeah, like
it's like of writing, I'll get a certain amount of views. And
true.
It got like very little, and I was like, damn. Yeah, but it was a reel, so I've never posted one. I don't know how. Like, what is it different? Like, what is it?
I mean,
it's supposed to reach more people and you get paid. Different. Like, I don't know. I mean,
we gotta ask Jacob about that. Jacob, he does the Instagram stuff.
He gets views.
Jacob and Devin, I know, both do.
Well, I talked to Devin and Brock about it, and they both like say they don't get shit anymore either.
I'm sure Brock probably. I mean, because Brock does a lot of shit.
He gets $100.
Yeah. Oh, $100.
That's $100. So that seems
Brock
to be
more than $100.
That seems to be the norm of what goes on now. So this is how I kind of see it breaking down. Instagram existed, TikTok came in, TikTok had all these features that the Reels have now. The whole thing is based on attention so that they can sell ad space. Mm-hmm. And if the attention went over to TikTok, Instagram can't sell the ads the same way. They don't have like numbers like they used to have. And so they literally went and pretty much made the same thing as
the same concept
as a TikTok.
Of making a reel and then being able to gain.
But that's why it became its like own feature and function. It's not just Instagram. It like moved over, has a little symbol, like all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and I had to figure that out because I went and like had to slide it over, and I was like, damn, everyone posts reels. Like I'm gonna post it as a reel.
What I think TikTok was doing early on was, and probably still is is giving a new user a little bit of false hope in how well their thing is doing. So, like, let's just say you get on TikTok, you make a TikTok, you're like, damn, I'm getting like 50,000 views on my first post.
Mm-hmm.
Next one is like 35. Next one maybe goes up a little bit, but then it starts to like taper.
Mm-hmm.
I was at a Starbucks, and the person who was working there, I was talking to somebody. He's like, oh man, I almost got like 1 million views on one of my on one of my TikToks. And then he's like, I'm gonna try to get another 1 million. And I knew that when he said that, I was like, that's what they want.
Yeah.
They gave you that little one. So now, well, if I got 1 million, I could go get another 1 million, or I can get 2 million. And you're just gonna try. It's like, well, what's wrong? What's wrong with this one? Well, I'll try another one. Well, what was wrong with that one?
Yeah.
Nothing. I think they're feeding in the views. They're pumping it up and making you
giving you
or
some
they're,
false,
or they're putting
some
in places
false like hype of like,
so
oh, I can do this.
machine.
So to combat that, Instagram goes, all right, well, how about we take somebody who has some influence in their areas, and for BMX, it might have been Brock and some other people, because I did hear numbers of people making decent money off the.
I mean,
off
like
of it.
Sims has to
And
be
then
right, like people
all
like that.
of a sudden,
Imagine.
all of a sudden, somebody like me and Eddie and other random people are like, oh, I have it, or like somebody bigger, like I believe Colt doesn't have the Reels money. They have a big Instagram, and I think they go, well, they don't really need it like that. We'll give it to somebody else. And so I think they started trimming the money down that like somebody who they put in early on was getting. And so once they started handing it out to more people, they like spread more money out to more people.
Yeah.
Now to the point where they're just giving $100 away
And
to
here,
everybody
just
every
you
month.
Post,
pretty
everyone
much.
gets, you know,
And because, you know, I've posted like 9 videos and they did decent, and I got like $102. And then I saw Poor Homie Rich, and he was like, yeah, I posted like 1 video, I got like $100. I'm like,
Everyone gets that one.
I'm like, everybody's getting that $100,
Yeah,
and
it's
that's
just
like
100.
they want you to be like, oh, I got $100, let me post more, because the moment they're posting, now they can pay the ads more, and then they can put their analytics against the TikTok analytics, and like that's the whole game. Now, people obviously can make an impact, make money, make a living, they can hustle that up, but at the same time, it feels like the motive behind it isn't like. Instagram doesn't have like you behind in their motive. They just need your eyes on something so they can sell ads. Like the whole thing is selling ads. So I don't know. For me, I don't love going on social media. I feel weird when I look at it. It makes me I don't know. I enjoy things that are funny. I enjoy things that are interesting. But then like I don't like the hustle in the game of like how often you have to do something and how quick you make something. And I'm even struggling with like doing videos right now that are like kind of quicker. And I'm like, dude, I'm like kind of a slower, like I'd like a more, like something like the Swampfest piece. I'm glad I didn't have to make a video that's out right now, because then I would have just hustled it, put it out. I don't even know what I felt in that process. And so I'm like kind of like battling with this like idea of like, well, do I do this stuff for money, or do I like get a job and just like make videos how I want to make videos? And hopefully I can get back to that balance. I was doing that with like making like edits and stuff for Cole, but it got to a point
just being
where,
freelance.
Now I'm just like looking to grow.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, well, maybe I don't even want like the same kind of thing. Like, because I'm like doing a bunch of work right now. I'm like extremely busy, but I haven't been able to work on the things that I want to work on. And that's how this like wraps back around to Reels and stuff like that. I'm not putting out the stuff I need to even grow and do like the thing I wanted to do to begin with, because I just like don't want to be in that hustle. But I think that I just have to figure it out for myself. So that's just my take on social media and like the Reels and all that stuff. Is the more I can figure out how to do it naturally, the better it'll be. And I kind of have a feeling that I might be able to do that with music soon, because I've been making a bunch of beats, and I think if I just film myself make the beat, I'd be like, oh, I want to cut this up, because I'm not making a video. I'm making the beat thing. You know what I'm saying? It's not like not the same arc.
It's
the same kind of work.
Completely different process.
It's like
all
instead I'm just like doing that, or like working on like animations and stuff.
Yeah, and I mean working on shit on your own time versus deadlines helps a lot too. You know, instead of being.
But I have to find how to be my boss though, because nobody's like telling me
pressuring you
to get
like,
it done.
Hey, this is today,
which is
tomorrow.
how I can just like kind of let it go. But
Yeah.
the other things that I do have, like I have these random jobs, a lot of stuff that's like not really in BMX right at the moment, that like those will be turned in, those I get done. I'll get that work done, but then it kind of like pushes me to be like, well, I've looked at my computer all day. I'm not really trying to look at it more for the next thing. And so then stuff that I'm trying to put on my YouTube channel or on Instagram or any of that stuff just kind of starts to fall. And I have to like kind of pick myself up and get back into it. I think one of the things that is hurting me at the most, well, literally, is I have this knee problem and it's keeping me from riding. And when I don't ride, I don't exercise. And then when I don't exercise, I don't have like motivation. I kind of get like sitting. I'm just like so like I've been riding a mountain bike lately just to like get exercise and kind of help my knee out, and it's feeling better. Tomorrow I'm going to try to ride for the first time in a few weeks.
You hitting jumps, or you just going on? Like,
no, I'm literally just like going on a trail. Like today,
those are fun.
Today I like went on a trail, and like even just getting to the trail, I ride from my house, and like oh man, I don't want to do this. And I turned around and I was like, come on, just get to the trail. And then I got to the trail and I rode the trail for a bit, and I got home and I was like, all right. And then I like started working on some music and started working on some other things that I need to do. And so it started like coming back, but like getting the motivation to get myself to a place where I can like feel good. I don't know. The neat thing started feeling like it was like going to be a real problem where I like couldn't use my leg. It was like really, really bad. But I think it's just because I've like didn't ride, and then I sat a lot, and then it just like, I don't know. It needed attention. Like it needed to be worked out, but I was babying it thinking, oh, it's sore. That's bad for it. And then I pushed it a little bit, even at Swampfest, like being on it all day. I was like, wait, it actually kind of feels better. It's like, oh, well, I probably should be like doing something to like give it some exercise.
Some mountain biking, man.
But yeah, the mountain biking's been fun. I don't know. I'm not getting crazy with it, but it's just some rehab for my leg, and hopefully then I can ride BMX again. So.
Yeah.
I hear that, man. I've been dealing with knee stuff for a while too, so I already know.
I think James Murphy might have done something to his knee, like 6 a.m. on my 110 at the dirt bike track.
Yeah.
Just like we're just only me, him, and Benny awake.
Ooh, big question. Sorry, did you sell it?
Yeah, to Jared.
Dude,
you didn't tell me. I saw it.
Well, yeah. So I didn't.
That.
The last moments of me on my 110, even though I'm sure I'll see it, or I told him I'll buy it off him later in life. But it's like 6 a.m. dirt bike sitting there. James like, can I ride it? I'm like, yeah, sure. I don't fucking care. Rips it. He's having the time of his life. I get a text. Yo, I fell. Whatever.
Can't get it back on.
Couldn't get knee. I think his knee's not doing too hot. But that was like the last memory I had on the 110. Was just like taking him back to the fucking his car, just like talking. He's like, no, I'll limp. I'm like, you gotta get on the
Wait,
like we're deep.
You should talk about shipping your dirt bike to Florida.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask.
Yeah.
Okay, so
where did it go from Swampfest?
So Murph does the knee at 6 a.m. Dirt bike sits against the gate, and then I just go throw it back in Denham's truck because he was gonna deal with getting his shit back. And then, so how we got him out there was that. So obviously Denham brings his 110 every year, and it's the face
show.
of Swampfest in my mind. You know, I want to see Denham riding his 110 and all these things, just getting bodied, and everyone loves it. It's the best. But last year, I think he drove it out there. He's got family in Texas. Yeah, all that stuff. So this year, he's like, all right, how we get him out there? I want to bring mine. So he builds habit burgers. Like, he builds them off-site and then throws them in a truck, and they ship them, and he builds them wherever. So he built a habit burger in Florida at the beginning of February. So he knew that was going on. So he's like, all right, let's build a box. So we just got a pallet, threw wheels on it, broke our bikes down, built a wall around it, and then a lid. Put his name on it, and he just snuck it in the back of a habit burger load in the back of a semi truck.
Wonderful.
And then so it was funny too, because all right, so yeah, it's in the back of the habit burger. It gets there like weeks before. Trey's supposed to put it in the sea container or something, and it just stays on the starting gate. Like just this giant box that said Denham Cox on the side, and nobody touched it. They're missing it with machinery and shit.
Denham's name on it.
I actually wrote that on Saturday night.
Clean hands. That wasn't. It said Saturday night. It said that.
No, Thursday night. Sorry.
Okay,
I was just like tagging shit.
Okay, so I'm not crazy.
But
it said something else on it.
So it had like a number, like it might have been however they do loads or whatever. But me and Max start building them Friday morning, and there's like this dude. What's his name? It's not. I know Dave's the other guy, but he's the guy on the Saran with the red Saran.
Aaron.
Oh, Aaron. Yeah.
So me and Max start pulling the 110s out of the box, and he's like, Trey, there were 110s in that box the whole time. Like it's been there for weeks, just like in the way, like just this box, and there's just been 110s. Like,
That's incredible. That's incredible.
And he's just like, yeah, he's like, oh man, like so yeah, they just sat there, and Denham was like, oh yeah, you're supposed to put it. I literally dropped it off right here. This is where it stayed for weeks.
I
Like just
didn't
right
know
here.
those were in there.
Yeah, nobody did. It was perfect.
Yeah.
But that's how we got 110s out there, and then yeah, my goal was to sell it, and I didn't sell it. And then, so what day is it? Sunday. I was home. So Monday morning, I wake up at 7, 8, whatever. I see a 6 a.m. missed call from Denham. I was like, what? He's like, I know someone who wants to buy your 110. And I gives the phone to Jared, and like me and Jared talk it over real quick. I was like, dude, you can fucking deal with it. Yeah, like just it's yours. Like hit me up if you ever want to sell it again. Like yeah, run it. So yeah, I thought I didn't sell it, but then so we were gonna ship them back in like a box, or I think that box. And it was going to be like $500 for both of them or something.
That's not bad.
Wow.
It's not that bad, no.
Yeah.
So
I mean, they're pretty heavy.
Yeah.
And it's a big ass box.
But yeah, it was literally just a pallet with wheels and walls, and that's how we got it. We just snuck them in a load, and we were trying to sneak it on the way back, but shit was happening. That scooter homie's cooked, and like, we were trying to figure out how to get our 110s back, like
Oh man.
all night, like not stressing because we're like, oh, worst case we'll ship it, but like it's like, all right, we know this guy in Florida, like. There's another semi-truck load going west. And then we had this one scooter homie who was going to take it. And he's like, one of the homies filmers, like, all right, cool. And then after I agreed, like, all right, you're going to take him. I got his number. This fool couldn't even find his shoes. Like, so I was like, I'm not
he was hammered.
Fucking dirt.
He was not good.
He was hammered.
He didn't have anything together. I see him the next morning just still looking for whatever he like
fucking
lost.
yard sale to everything.
Like, Dad, we're not giving our 110s that
Yeah,
dude.
no, that's not. Yeah.
But we almost had it loaded, but then I don't know what Denham's. I don't know. I sold
Denham
it.
figured it out.
I
He
sold
almost-
it. I love that thing so much, but it had to go. I'm trying to get a
Good
shirt on.
times, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I want to see you on that. That's gonna be sick.
yeah.
Those things are dope.
If anyone's got the plug on Saran, hit me up.
Just drop in.
Yeah.
You
I
just
think.
get
Oh
one.
man, dude.
As soon as you get one, you're gonna love it. Dude.
Yeah, well, I already do love it, and that Talon dude sucks at vlogging, super bad. He's awful. It makes it look awful, but he's so good on them. But
Yeah.
I don't see that. I just see the Instagram clips.
that's the best.
Nah,
Don't
I've
click on the
seen it,
vlog.
I've seen
Okay.
his vlog. Shit
Don't
too.
click on the vlog, man.
But yeah, the Sauron shit is crazy.
yeah, Sarans are the
Fucking
best.
wild.
Yeah, they look fucking sick. These
I'm
poor
still
kids
not
are
backing
ruining
them
it.
yet.
Yeah,
Still-
poor kids are ruining it.
I'm still
trying to make it cool.
on the fence about those fucking things.
Yeah, I'm trying to get one, but it's just dropping in on like
Yeah.
a lot of money.
No,
So I'm chilling right now. I'll get one.
6K.
I mean, it's
later.
one of those toys that you'll use for
Yeah.
a good amount of time
Yeah.
too. And
Well,
you're good at the resale game, bro. You know about it. You can off that thing quick.
I'm gonna sell the wheelie bike. I'm just gonna start
Oh,
selling.
you getting
them.
rid of it?
Yeah.
Damn, it's a SE.
Yeah, I think it's stuff like $700, $600.
You can sell it.
Those things are boof. Those bikes are boof.
Whatever.
They're not good bikes.
Yeah,
I mean, you know
but
what I
you're,
mean,
you're
though.
29 or Sabrosa is though, right?
No, hell no. No. It's on the same goddamn level. Hell no. Not any better. But no, the SE bikes are just like, they're not the best complete bikes, you know?
No.
They sell them for an expensive price, and they're not good bikes.
Yeah.
Like kids
good-
that really
good
ride those
margin.
wheelie bikes daily and Philly, wherever, they break shit all the time. There's all kinds of reviews on all their shit that they just
Thing
make
barely
the
goes off the
cheapest.
curb.
You know, they make it's a complete bike. They're trying to, cut corners like everyone else is in bikes. You know, where it's like we can get rid of it for this much. And
How do you guys feel
Pop off.
about people calling those BMX bikes?
The big bike.
it's a freestyle bike. It's
a big BMX.
Yeah, it's a big BMX. It's an oversized.
I don't see any
BMX.
tricks going down. Just a wheelie.
It's an oversized BMX for sure. But
I think it counts.
you know.
Them calling it big BMX, but it's funny out here.
I
like,
hate that they call it that. I don't know.
I like big BMX because, like, yeah, it isn't like. I mean, yeah, we ride like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, it doesn't really bother me. But I know people who just like hate wheelie bikes.
Yeah,
Like, no
with the
matter
wheelie,
what, like,
the wheelie bikes, man, it's just back to what I was saying though. Like you gotta like upgrade the shit out of those to make them nice. You know, like
They
those
should just
fucking-
call them wheelie bikes.
They
Just, that's
call
what it
them-
is.
There's nothing for that.
Because Ethan did the wheelie shit, and then at some point he stopped doing it. I'm like, why'd you stop doing it? He's like, you're just doing a wheelie. Like,
Yeah.
and you start dancing on it, and that's kind of it. You're just no more.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's cool. I love the scene of it. I think it's dope that everyone's on bikes and shit. But I just am such a BMX nerd that I cannot stand seeing someone like stand on the seat and do like. It's very. I'm not trying to sound like a dick, but it's like very childish in a sense because those are like the first kind of things you learn for us with BMX and stuff.
Like standing on the seat.
Yeah, and
Like
like
hot rod?
you stand up and put your foot on the stem and your foot on the seat and your foot like, whoa, I'm so sick. Right? You think it's cool. Or as a kid, you pull your leg over the handlebar as in candy bar position and push the tire. You know, like
Yeah.
a flat
I get
trick.
it. You're pretty much saying like if anybody like within BMX wanted to, they could just like outschool kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
They're like, all right, if I'm
because
gonna take this seriously, I'll just.
you
do all the
can
stuff
go
you're
into
doing.
it and
Like,
you learn how to like work
Yeah.
the brake, and
Yeah.
you're like,
Well, it's just
yeah.
because you're used to doing fucking big ass shit on your bike with this bike, and like
Yeah.
I can do a wheelie for days.
Oh, yeah, I
like
know.
it's never
Yeah.
not fun.
I think
But
it's
the dancing and shit, that shit gets
That's
crazy.
that's not
Dancing's
my.
a little much.
I think like I don't know. I watched a contest. They did like a Philly contest, and it was like a bunch of different sections of like longest or most peg stands in like
Yeah, what
one
are they
wheelie.
competing? Like what is?
It's like most peg stands, one wheelie, and I'm like, okay, this is.
What do you mean
that's
peg
not-
stand?
Like hopping from peg to peg to peg to peg to,
Oh.
and just like how many times you could do that.
What are they in, like the hundreds?
So many. Like dudes, they're like cross-legged, and they're literally just tap dancing from left, right.
Huh.
Like it was crazy. But the one cool shit was
Longest hand drag would be
that
sick.
the wheelie hand drag. They did that, and that was impressive to see. Like there was just random, this was like an all ages event, and this was all kids from all different
10
places,
feet.
and they were like dragging. Like I'm talking, bar was like up and over.
That shit's foot
Like
toboggan, man.
the
Sick.
layback, that was super sick to see. But I don't know. I think they gotta like work out. They did foot down, but in a wheelie. Wheelie in
Like
a
in a
circle,
circle?
foot down, and it was a good 45-minute wheelie battle. These dudes are 45 minutes in a wheelie circle battling, and it's like foot down where you can block the other person. Like you can run into them, whatever. That was cool. But I think they just got to figure out more like shit to do, instead of it just being wheelie and like a ride out.
Well, I mean that's all. It's kind of like.
There's more stuff to
like
do.
Talking shit on, but it's like with fixies, it's kind of like limited.
True,
I was
it
gonna
is.
say
Yeah,
it's in the same.
But like
it's in
they
the
do
same
tricks,
world.
but it's
Yeah.
just like very limited. Like
Yeah.
not even like limited is
No,
the right
yeah, I
word,
think
but
it's
like
just figuring out how to have more, do more shit.
Do you think
on it.
you think that thing's going as strong? Like the big bike scene is as strong as it was like during COVID and stuff?
Nah, I don't. I think it's.
I mean,
I think it's dying out.
yeah, I
came
mean
down.
just bikes in general. Like I mean, COVID, like prices of them were up. This shit was crazy.
I mean, come on, think about it. Surons. Look how big the Suron is now. Realistically,
Yeah, every kid riding a wheelie bike is on a Suron
Nobody,
Yeah, exactly.
nobody wants. I mean, realistically, no one wants a fucking wheelie bike anymore. Like
It's
you
not-
want to
everyone
step
wants
it
a
up
Suron.
and get either a dirt bike, a Suron, whatever. Like,
or you just move on.
dirt bikes are popping again. Like dirt bikes,
That shit out.
they're out. They're out there right now. I mean, I saw a couple 250s at Swampfest. There's shit out there.
Yeah,
People bringing big bikes. Like,
yeah. Boone had one of those bikes.
Yeah.
oh, really?
Yeah.
The one that sounded like fucking
Cowie?
crazy. Yeah, just.
Who's Eric? Is Eric the homie from Austin?
Eric Walker, yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
he was just holding it
He
down
was
for the
scrapping out there. I seen him
Yeah?
fight. Yeah, he got into a fight. I seen that.
Sick.
I seen mad homies. I seen 2 fights. That shit was wicked.
Damn, I saw one with the gel blaster.
I saw 2.
I saw that happen.
I saw 2 virtually from Instagram and shit. From
Nice.
Instagram, I was like,
Nice. Yeah.
fuck that.
Speaking, just because you're talking about contests, and I saw it yesterday, I watched this snowboard. I think it was snowboard and skiers together in a contest. It's in Wyoming and like, forget where, but they do like a proper like cliff jump at the top, and it's just like powder, like full, like
fresh,
out of a
just
video.
land,
And this is a
yeah.
contest. Like there's heads up
Racing?
on the cliffs. No, just freestyle like contest. There's no judges. It's all peer judged, and it's like a giant event. And it's like 10 skiers, 10 snowboarders, girls, guys, everyone's mixed. And they all jump off this cliff, barely anybody lands it, and it's just like hype. And then they go down, and then it's a slope style contest, and it's just like no judges. Like I said, it's all sexes, all ski, snowboard. Like it was a cool contest to see. Like, oh
Yeah,
wow, this is
weird.
like cool, and there's no judges, and the people who are judging you is all the people you're against. So that's who judges, and then there's like
and
people
somebody
out there.
put it on like an actual sponsor. And
Man, was it Red Bull? I don't know. It was in Jackson Hole. I'm sure I could look it up, but I want to say it was like some Red Bull or something as well. And I don't know. I just thought that was a cool concept how they were all like. I think skiing and snowboarding is already pretty like merged, but like the fact that there's no judges.
Yeah.
And
The
like
thing that
they
got
jump off
me-
that thing and there's no timing. Like they all jump off, they fully yard sail their shit, and they just sit there in their hole and just like look up and there's just beer getting thrown. Like it's just
Damn.
crazy. And then
Wow.
they go like there's no like rushed. Like
what is it called?
Then go down. I'm trying to look it up on my phone, but it was in Jackson Hole, which is like a place in Wyoming.
The thing that got me
into
BMX was the MTV Sports and Music Festival. I didn't ride BMX
before
before that.
Yeah.
Then it happened, and I didn't realize how like unique it was, because two things that they did that they talked about the whole time is that the judges are the other riders. They vote for each other.
Yeah.
And they pick their own music. And because it's MTV,
Super dope.
they made a big deal about
Super
it.
dope,
And I'm
yeah.
young, like I think 14 probably, and I'm like, oh, what is like all this stuff? Like, I don't know, Iron Maiden and all this other stuff that people are like listening to. And it's funny because they're saying like the wrong band names to be funny. So I'm like trying to figure this stuff out, but I'm getting the wrong information.
What was that song?
I was like, no, what, really? Yeah, that was like cool, but like that kind of has a similar thing to it where the riders all pick and they speak. So like I was like kind of introduced to that, so I thought that's how it was, and then I turned on the X Games like the next week, and it's like a way different vibe and like whole deal. So I was like happy that I got to see, like, I mean, the dirt jumps had cars buried in them. The street course looked like a street course. It had a car in it, and they would beat the car up in the middle of it, and like they would just like, I don't know. It was like a little more freer, kind of like what you're saying about that snow contest. It sounds like it's just like more just like go for it, and that's kind of how that was. So that was like my first taste of seeing like BMX stuff. So I don't know. Going back to Swampfest, it kind of has that free form.
Do you think Swamp could have like a trail contest?
Yeah,
or something like proper. Like. I don't know.
If you're looking at like angles of things to bring to the table to like advance it each year, there could be something more focused in dirt.
I feel like that's the only kind of like contained. I guess there could be an area. I mean, no, because then it'd just be I don't know.
But I mean,
do you think it could turn into something like that?
The cool thing about like a Swampfest dirt jump comp is that it's like some jumps with like some crazy thing, like crazy overberm or something you have to hit in the middle of it, and then two more jumps. It could have a feature to it that's like wild to look at and still have something that people could like trick and ride.
Yeah, it'd be dope. I mean, imagine, like building a big ass wall ride or slant wall or something on a big ass jump, or putting a rail in like the fucking what was the cover? The Castillo cover of the ice. Like imagine doing it, imagine doing a big ass rail over a jump or something.
What do you do, like a dirt rail or something?
Yeah, they put like a rail between the dirt jumps.
And it was like 20 feet high.
That's
Brian
in
Castillo
Linda.
iced it, and sick as fuck. I mean, they kind of did it that year with, now that I think about it, I'm sorry, the coffin.
Oh,
the shadow
the coffin
was basically that.
That was sick.
You know what I mean? Like,
that was.
But throw that into a set of dirt jumps.
Yeah, I mean, there's,
and now you have like
shit.
another like element to it. I mean, it kind of like borderline some of the stuff that mountain biking is doing, but still like, why not?
That coffin shit was epic.
Yeah,
I feel like
that
a lot of
was
times
nuts.
you get that first year when everything's like kind of in awe, but. Yeah, when Clausen cabbed it and it's on fire, like, and then then it's burned everything. Like the contest wasn't even done. Like it was just so sick.
That was sick.
Yeah, that would be sick, man. Just get nasty, get the dudes down there, go build fucking a big line, like some jumps that obviously just not everyone's gonna jump.
Trails like fun trails kind of thing.
Yeah, which is
like
dope.
If you're gonna
Which
go
is
contest,
dope.
you want to do it.
They need some big boy jumps
differently.
for the dudes that are gonna.
Are those dirt jumps running all year? Do you know how that goes?
No, but like people are hitting the pit bikes on them when. I mean, I guess they could be running.
Okay.
So they leave.
They're tarped.
They're allowed to be.
Yeah, well,
instead of dirt bike track, like they're not.
Yeah, they're at the dirt bike track. I believe they're tarped, but like people that stay at the dirt bike track say they ride their 110s on them during the year, and then like they were kind of beat up.
That's dope that they get to that they're kicking it there. That's dope.
Yeah,
I mean, at most of BMX tracks, they always had like piles of dirt, and kids would fucking build little jumps, and they would let them rock. It's a dirt bike track. Why not? Why not?
Do you remember when I hit the trails on my 110? Did you film that? I feel like
I did. Oh, I was at the top when you went down on the 110.
Oh, okay, because there was. Oh, you were on the deck.
I was on the deck because I was filming the rail thing go on.
Do you remember that dude trying to like kind of give me a hard time?
No, but like before you went down, something was being said, but I don't remember.
Okay, and then I watched one of the videos of the build or whatever, and like I was like, well, because he was like, yo, you're really gonna hit those on your 110? I'm like, yeah. What do you mean? Look at
Oh,
us. Like,
was it the dude Joey?
I think it was, and then I look at a video, and I think he was the dude that built him.
Yeah.
I was
Joey
just like,
Barista?
I don't know. I was like, and I was
Yeah,
like,
he was
fuck.
out there. He was out there too.
But it was just like, yo, like if
Fix
you
him
don't
up.
want me to do them, like tell me not to do them. He didn't say anything. I was like, but
Yeah.
like, I was fucking we're out there, you know, like well, these things are beat to shit. Like I did every one first try. Like I was like, I'm not gonna fuck him up, dude. I'll fix him.
Yeah.
And he was just like, all right.
Swampfest,
And then I
man.
realized like, yeah. But then I saw that video. I was like, oh fuck, did he build him? And I was just like, kind of a dickhead. Like, I gotta find out who this dude is. But
It's all good.
yeah, I wasn't too. I was kind of just a quick second. But yeah, what's next for you? What else you got going on? What's future stuff? Projects you got in the works? Oh, or actually, cut in on you. What's been some of the funnest new stuff you've been up to, like media stuff wise? I saw you go to like some road bike stuff, some like USA BMX stuff.
So, the USA BMX stuff was interesting to kind of like experience like a different side of BMX. And I mean, it was Florida. So I went to Florida in the beginning of February, came home for like a week and a half and went back to Florida for Swampfest. 2 different experiences, same place. Very little crossover of people that were at the USA BMX thing to the other thing, or to the Swampfest. And I had a good time there, and I actually like kind of applaud USA BMX for doing what they're doing to try and like get a contest going. And like, there's obviously people that like really care about it, but it really feeds into like what you would think USA BMX is. With it feels like you're at the racetrack.
Yeah, it's lame as
like,
fuck.
Sports.
I'm sorry to say
it's
it.
not
I think it's
completely lame.
It's just like
not
too.
my
It's
thing.
very.
Like,
It's way too sanctioned in my opinion because it's like this is BMX, man. They're like making it into like the road to the Olympics, and it's like, dude, like, you know,
there's
that's not the
definitely
reality for
people there
everyone's
having
BMX,
a good time
you know?
doing it,
Oh, it's
but
dope.
then there's also people who are like, yeah, this is my moment.
And,
I'm
you know,
like,
and
is it your
that's
moment?
that's when
is this it?
that's what always took fucking the fun out of BMX racing for everyone that I know that grew up racing or even went to the
that's the way I
track
look at
one
it.
time. It gets too serious and it makes it like you're pinning yourself against the people that you're going to
People
hang
quit
out
racing.
and ride with.
People quit racing to get out of that competitive thing, and then now it's. I know what you mean, but
Hey,
So,
it was
what
cool.
about you? I
Well,
know-
is USA BMX is like the park shit though, right? Isn't it like
So-
or is it racing?
So USA BMX is
like
the
a
racing
big-
thing,
they-
but
it's
then
the
there's
same company.
freestyle.
Oh,
It's the
okay,
same
okay,
company,
okay, yeah.
Same
and they're putting on these events. And again, it is a positive thing. It's just like you would think that like in the what do they call it, Venn diagram, that the overlap would be much more. It's like kind of like separated.
Yeah,
in a
it
way.
would be cool for it to be more of a. I don't know. I think it's more for everyone instead of.
It was like
you
just
know.
a little bit of a shock to me to like roll up to it and see it. But again, I think that like it's still a positive thing, and I was happy to help out. I just filled in for Foley, who
I think
usually
it's-
covers those things, and it was like, yeah, it was cool to do it. Took care of me. Like it was like really smooth, really easy. It was a fun time, but it was cool to come to Swampfest and then like be like, all right, yes, I know this.
Yeah.
Like
This is the
okay.
bikes that we like, you
Yes,
know, like
yeah.
to each their own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it would be cool to
Everybody
see,
took it seriously at one point. You know?
see them kind of like do the shit like they used to do with the King of Dirt and mix it up and have a weekend of having all the kids for that BMX race and letting them see an actual contest go down, put a dirt jumping, do a USA like or do demos at races and like get other kids involved to see these other aspects of BMX and all of that shit. You know, like I think there's a lot of work that could do. You know, everyone. You know, I'm not fucking no one to judge, but.
We're just
You
shooting,
know.
shooting
Yeah, we're
shit.
Shooting
shit.
with it. Like,
That was
that's it.
my
The
experience
sanction
of
shit is
seeing it.
different. It's different.
That's it's just different, but I feel like way more connected to the Swampfest side of things, and like really just also stoked to see it go so successfully. Like,
Yeah.
to the
Well, I
point
mean,
where
it's,
we're gonna
you
talk
see,
about
you
it
see
over
the
here.
swamp, you see the swamp fests, and then you see like, I mean, even the X Games. That's why X Games isn't flourishing because not everyone cares to go and watch somebody ride an X Games course. No one's gonna pay all this money to go to Minneapolis and go and watch the X Games because people see this all day on Instagram. This is normal now. Like people see, people have seen their local scooter kid do a double backflip at the skate park. In real life, you know, like unless you're a hardcore diehard fan, why would you go and pay that extra money or that crazy money to go to X Games and jump through all the security and loops and bounds to, you know, you can see that shit on Instagram, you know,
Yeah, I mean,
You got to make the events more appealing, like Trey's doing to all people, and make it where I feel like everyone
Trey's
wants to
definitely doing
go
it right,
and get involved. Like that shit's sick.
Go to Swampfest.
Yeah. Dude, go to those events. Go to all
360
events.
more
but
days.
Shit,
What?
man.
360 more days.
Huge. Yeah. Shit,
other
since
thing-
You gotta come.
This is the swamp.
Come.
Yeah, you gotta
Shout
We're
out.
getting a hotel.
Dog, I was
Come on.
supposed to go and COVID happened.
That was
and
3
then,
years ago.
Yeah, well, life happens. I had knee surgery. I couldn't
Yeah, it's
walk
doing
for a
good
long
now.
time.
It's cool.
We're
it's
still there.
it's all the rest of years or whatever. It's this next one. That's the important one.
Nice.
That's
That's the one. All right, V said it. V stamped it.
It's moving. It's
I'm
going.
on
It's
it.
going this
Yeah,
way.
The peak is high.
It's
for
going
sure.
up.
The peak
Dude,
is
the
high.
dance
for
comp,
sure.
I'm so pissed that I did not see that. I literally pull up to the
no,
contest
the
and I
peak.
see Reed up there and Preston's like, dude. And I'm like, how did I not see this? Like, I should have painted just a
You haven't
big
been
old...
rapping hard, man.
Yeah.
Dude, I blew it.
You ain't speaking no more.
Wow.
They were all over.
Missed the opportunity.
Blew it.
Missed
And I was
it.
just like, Reed, I was really trying to get him like, be the guy. Come on, man. Do the thing.
Be the guy.
Didn't get it.
Didn't get to that.
So no one got the money.
No, he did.
No, they get
Oh,
the, they
he
got the
did?
money, but
Okay,
yeah.
nobody hit the bell.
Yeah,
just
well, that's what I thought. I thought people you got the money if you hit the bell.
It
He
like-
was the closest one.
Yeah, I mean, he was like, inches.
Part of the angle of some of the documentary stuff is that like the stuff's being built, and some of it's not even been written before the event's on.
Yeah.
So you
Is it
don't really
possible?
know.
Yeah.
So that's like a piece of it, and so most of them work out. I mean, when the dude did the loop rail, like I didn't think that was going
I didn't
down.
think
Yeah.
anyone was
So
gonna try that.
and then it happens, but then you have something that's simpler that just the
doesn't happen.
logistics didn't
Any
work
of the
out.
swamp rails,
but-
they don't look too possible. This year looked insane. Like there's like a drop down almost. Like it was like a ride on in a sense.
Oh, yeah, it
yeah,
was
yeah.
a bad
that's
one.
that's scary to me. Like,
Well, I think that was,
I'm-
or did Kyle put that piece of wood there? I don't know. I think it might have been like skater
Yeah.
type, so skaters could hit, but nobody hit besides Kyle.
Yeah,
Like,
he
nobody.
he hit it, but he just jumped off the end, which was still
He,
impressive.
he did it up though. He
Yeah,
did
he went
the
off the
whole
end.
thing twice.
Yeah.
Like
He was like, I was like, I could pull you in faster. He's like, we can throw wood over there. I'm
Yeah.
like, you're good, dude. You did it. Like,
Yeah,
you're good.
true.
What the fuck was I about to say before that? I don't know. Swamp.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Oh well, we were talking about stuff I was up to, and there's another thing that we got going on is the bike side piece.
Oh yeah,
Been cutting that up.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I need to do the pocket air. I need some homies down there, man. It's been light.
I'm ready.
Yeah, we should,
It's been
Uh,
light. We were down there with Hoder and Milky the other day. We had a good little set, but it's been
Nice.
wet. But I went through there today. It's not that wet. It's fucking green.
That
Super
wet.
Hey.
green. It's looking good.
Shout out to the spot, man.
Oh
Still
yeah.
going.
Are you cementing in this berm thing, or is that just like a cut thing?
It was literally Zach trying to find the end of this concrete.
Oh.
Because we've been digging down just to see how far the concrete
Okay,
goes,
yeah,
like
yeah,
for
yeah.
the deck.
Yeah.
And we just heard it never stops
Okay.
from this old guy, and it just keeps going down. And so we just like, there's a hole. Let's make it a berm. Oh shit, it's a shark fin. Oh shit, it worked.
Okay.
Nice.
Nah, I'm not gonna create it. I'm trying to
No,
create the
hell
bridge.
no.
I'm trying to create the bridge.
I think it's
and
cooler
then
with
do the
dirt.
pocket and low key be done. But
Okay.
that's what I always say. So, or it's always like, oh, this one thing.
Yeah,
this
yeah.
one.
Well,
I
that's
don't
what
know.
it says in the documentary. It says that same thing.
Yeah,
that's
so
the
I'm
ending.
pretty-
That's the ending point.
When that
Yeah.
drops, it's done.
Yeah, I'm pretty dead set on like the corner and then the bridge, just because like the water just came through and blew half of it out again. Like I built that thing like 6 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll just be crete, and then everything will flow.
Yeah.
And then whatever's good with the dirt jumps. The chain got broke with a hammer today. But yeah, it's good. But I think once the dirt jumps get flowing and shit, I don't know. I'm trying to just move on to other spots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feel it.
But it's green down there. We got to pull up next like probably good in like a week. I don't know what the weather's supposed to be.
I'm
looking
down.
like. But
I'll
it's
pull
so
up.
nice down there when it's green.
It is. Looks
Yeah,
good.
it's beautiful for sure.
Looks
It's good.
Shit's blooming.
We'll come get the pocket and then cap off the video, and then that'll be that.
Yeah, I mean, well,
It's
we
a
could.
it's a good Yes Bikes plug, man. It's
Yeah,
got,
yeah.
You talk about it
Selling
good.
t-shirts.
You got apparel
logos.
shining. The whole thing makes sense.
I'll
You're
get
all
some
in
new
it.
shirts whipped up. But I'm also still like, just because once it gets to that point, I want to have like proper fucking jam and like
Yes. Yeah.
burn it down. You
Yeah.
know, like not actually,
Swamp
but,
Fest.
but
Still
like,
burn it out.
but yeah, like we could burn it out. You know, because like
burn
I
it
still
out.
like,
Yeah.
you know, I'll put a couple clips on Instagram here and there, but I really don't like put it out there a lot, just so like
Yeah.
I'm not done yet. You know, and like
Yeah,
just
yeah.
more I post, more people pull up. Even though there's people pulling up all the time, but. If we cap it like there, that'd be sick too. Which I want to do in the near future. I just want to finish these last like 1 or 2 things. But no, that berm was just random.
Pocket is going down. Pocket air, son.
Yeah.
It's got to.
But I also want to like make some other like obviously if we're gonna do some shit, I want to bring something else in or a couple things
Is
that
the
are like
ledge still there?
ledge
Yeah.
is still there. And then somebody just gave me a rail, even though I saw actually a sick one in Signal Hill like that we could take out just for like more stuff for the jam.
I found a rail. I sent you one.
I mean, does it have like long legs that we could like put underground and
I
shit?
sent you one. Yeah.
Yeah.
What
I
was
mean,
that guy?
who knows?
I don't know. Sorry.
But yeah, that's what's going on. But
Shit.
yeah, let's do it. We'll get it going soon. But we got to go back down there. It's just winter.
Yeah.
When does this time
I mean,
change
the weather too. Right now, we just keep getting every other.
Starts
week,
getting dark
or
at
every other
6
day
now.
too. It's raining.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, it's about to change over.
Yeah.
I think in the middle of this month.
Cool.
It changes. Daylight
Yeah,
savings
that way
changes
people
back.
can pull it. I mean, we could do like weekends too, but everyone just riding. But it was going solid for a bit.
Summertime is always lit down there.
Yeah,
It's nice
but it's
stuff.
good because it's green.
Yeah.
It's so nice.
Let me plug a couple more things.
Plug whatever, dude. We're chilling.
Plug up.
Oh,
So,
plug
yeah.
up.
Dak's new Vans video.
Let's go.
Yeah,
I
it'll
was
be
gonna
out,
ask
yeah.
you about it.
Second song. I made the song for it.
Let's
Sick.
go.
Hit me up. I was
Nice.
like, yes, let me do it.
Be
It's
sure
probably,
on the
my,
beat.
Yeah.
it's probably my favorite song I've done so far.
Did you
and-
help him and Calvin film any of that, or just
No, but I did.
Okay.
The second thing I was going to plug is a behind the scenes video, which only has about 5 sessions that they went out, and some tricks he got and some tricks he didn't. But his video is called High and Low, and so the behind the scenes video is going to have a little bit of high and low. And
Does
so
that obviously reference because he got the high and the low top? He got the slip on and he got the
he's
high
thinking
top?
into it. He's
Yeah.
So
he
Yeah,
actually,
yeah.
he actually thought past where I thought. I thought that was just a name.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, cool.
Man, I put 2 and 2.
Well, you spell the H-I, right? Like the highs. Isn't that how they spell the shoe?
Yeah, H-I.
But yeah, so there's a behind the scenes video that I got to still put together that'll come out I think at the end of March. So this video, his edit that Calvin filmed and edited, will come out next week sometime.
Monday.
March,
I RSVP,
March
baby.
7th.
I'm
Yeah,
in there.
same.
I'm in there.
Oh, I need to RSVP.
Oh yeah, you need
Yeah,
to
you need
because
to
I
do
think
that.
they're going to be
Yeah.
like
I hit
strict
it.
on
I did it
Yeah.
quick. I was
Same.
like,
The
boop.
same day.
Yes,
that
sir.
minute.
I think you're still good. But
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're good.
don't
Nah, I'll be good.
pull up and go.
Hit it quick.
I know Dak.
Yeah, no.
Like, it's not,
I got the sick. I didn't have Dak's number. I got the like.
Pull the
it's
I know
Dak.
batteries.
It's like,
Yeah.
sick.
Yeah.
What up?
Sick.
That's cool. Yeah, watch that when it
Stoked
comes
on
out.
that.
This will probably come out
Tuesday.
same
Are you
day
public?
after,
Oh, it'll
same
come
day.
out the same day that
Yeah,
video's
day
coming
after.
out then.
Yeah.
Well, clip.
So yeah, I don't know. There's another piece to the storytelling of like how to make videos. Pretty much, he's talking. Oh my god, he's talking about just like his passion about doing it, why he does it.
I love it.
And he talks a lot about how unique like spots are, and he's he's talked about it before.
It goes back to the Insight days a little bit. Him
does.
narrating, and that's huge. That was one of my
Yeah,
favorites
he's-
of Dak.
He
Just
said
hearing,
something that like I agree with, but it kind of sounded crazy when he said it. But then I went, yeah, actually. He's like, dude, I'd watch an edit that was just spots on a screen. Like,
I would.
good
yeah,
spots.
I'd watch that too.
I
He's
would,
like,
yeah.
if that tells you like how much spots matter to me, like just spots, nobody's riding. And then the next one, I'll just watch that. And like, I was like, dude, I kind of would too.
Incredible.
Yeah,
that's
so
a good
there
way
is
to
something
think of it.
about
I mean,
the
because
spot.
I watch snowboard videos. I
Yeah.
watch
Yeah.
skating.
Yeah,
I'll watch
got that.
The
rollerblading,
blading videos that are
scootering.
going on right now.
Dude, yeah, a lot.
Spot usage,
Yeah.
you're like,
Yeah.
wait, you can do that?
Oh, it's
like,
crazy.
And then makes you think, like,
Yeah.
Wall to rail to wall
Yeah,
and
some
shit.
top tier spot.
crank to wall?
Some top tier spot
crank to
usage
wall?
for sure.
Crank. Yeah, we've been looking at that
Rollerbladers
spot.
got the game on lock.
What do you guys think about spot Instagrams? Like, do you think they're burning out spots? Do you think like that's kind of its own man's
are
hustle?
there not 2 levels to it? Like a spot Instagram and a spot with the Addy.
There's
Is
2
a
levels.
different-
Yes. There's 2
is a
levels
different
to it.
thing.
Yes, yes,
Okay, spot.
yes,
I'm talking about spot with the Addy.
Oh no,
Yeah,
I don't.
That's
I'm
some
not
dork
with
shit
the spot
for
with
sure.
the Addy.
That's
because
super dorky.
You're putting
like,
yourself
come on, bro.
before the thing.
The sanctity
thing.
of
You're
the
like,
spot.
It's, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like I can't ride it, but I'll get the attention off.
Yeah,
it.
Yeah.
weird. It's a weird
And they for
concept.
sure can't ride it.
That's a super weird
Besides ride
concept,
spots.
man.
Oh, ride spots is.
Ride
I don't
spots
even know.
is-
I don't know anybody with spot accounts like that.
I
Personally.
mean, Taiwan spots is crazy.
Ooh, it is, yeah.
Taiwan spots is
Yeah.
stupid. There's the 518 spot is
There's a shit ton.
Pretty
There's
dope. But they ain't giving you.
don't give you the address,
You're not
man.
getting an address. These
Yeah,
are
if you're
just
not getting an
photos.
address,
And I
that's
look
fine.
those. That's a good thing you brought that. I like that you brought that up about Dak because that's
Well, that's
kind
what
of
makes
the
it
same
fucking
thing.
whack.
Instagram is dope because I'll go and look at those spot things and just daydream. Like,
Yeah, same.
damn,
same.
like I got that, no problem. I got this one, you know. Like you look at these things and you're like, damn, if I, you know,
Yeah.
like
If
these are
only.
setups, you know, like
Yeah.
I
it's
will
almost-
say though, I've used the all the spot
Oh, if they
Instagram
give it
ads.
to you.
Yeah,
If
Yeah,
they
like if
hand
they're
them
there,
out.
like fuck it, I'm going to them.
Don't give him no love. He gets no shout outs over here.
No, yeah, don't keep
No
it.
names.
Yeah, I don't
But-
know. I think
Yeah,
they're fucking
I think
whack.
it's weird though. It is. I think it's weird to like for beneficiary gain too. Like
Yeah,
to, like
just
sell
for
to,
literally
like sell
your-
spots to people like that. Like that's some like old head. Like nah. Like I'm gonna lock the rail
Gatekeeper.
up. Like you know, like gatekeeping spots that's insane.
But that's like the fun of like it is like finding the spot.
Finding the spot,
you
yeah.
know,
Well,
like,
yeah, that's what I don't know. That's what
But-
BMX is to me is
yeah.
the search, like the thrill of it. I love. That's why I don't when I go filming, I don't want to go out and go to a specific rail. Like
I mean, I
I'm
like
gonna
that
go here,
sometimes,
like-
but like, yeah,
it's
I don't
cool
know,
to
it's
pedal
just weird.
around and to
Burning
have
out the
that
spot.
initial excitement of, holy shit, it's right here.
Yeah.
I found it. I don't care if anyone's done something. I want to just do it because I saw it. You
Yeah.
know, like that's a great feeling. And it's a good thing. Like, you know,
I mean, but how hard is it to like, you see somebody ride a spot, or I guess if you're like, you see a skater ride a spot and like, you don't know where it is, but like without the Instagram, like you see somebody ride the spot, you just hit them up for the spot. Like, it's not that hard to find it in the first place.
Yeah.
It's not that crazy.
I'm with you. But hey, people are real. You know, I mean, like, hey, there's stories like
Dak
people
just
don't
did,
people don't like giving up spots, and I'll tell you that right now. People,
just did
there's a
his
lot of
detective work.
motherfuckers out there that you might think is your boy, and you see him
Oh,
ride
yeah,
some
definitely.
shit,
I've done
and you
that.
hit him up the next day, and he's like, like all of a sudden, cat got his tongue, and he don't know where the fucking spot is.
Yeah.
I'm serious. This has happened many
Hey, this-
damn times.
I ride pools, man.
I knew. Well, see, and it's weird that the pool community is like super friendly. You motherfuckers are giving each other pools left and right. Like, let's trade.
I feel like it's on certain circumstances.
Street
Well, yeah,
riders,
it's like, I'm gonna
mad
give- yeah.
mad street riders are like,
have
nah,
my, like-
I want to save this because I might want to
Yeah.
go back and do this. You know, like there's mad people they're not gonna be like, yeah, bro, like go run it up. Like it's not like that.
Yeah.
Like, it is weird.
I experienced
I've had
that 2
it.
weeks ago, and I was like sick.
I've pissed people off about spots before.
With people I hang out with,
I
you know?
probably rub people wrong about spots that I've asked or whatever, and it's like, yo, I just want to know, like, I want to go ride it too. Everyone wants to.
Yeah,
ride
I'm not
it.
gonna do your fucking crazy trick
Yeah,
you just did
like-
on it. Yeah,
It
it's
isn't to
weird.
step on toes, but if you see something you want, like, come on, ask a question.
Yeah.
The worst thing
There's
to
no
say
good.
is
There's no good answer because it's like
Yeah,
I understand holding him and I understand
for sure.
giving him.
No,
Like,
I get it, but
yeah, I don't know.
there's times when it's
Because as
like,
soon
if
as they're
it's
not
your boy-
special, they're not special, and
Yeah.
they don't really go backwards.
Yeah, no,
They don't-
there's no coming back.
They don't
Yeah.
like if everybody runs through them, then
Yeah.
it's not.
Well, I mean, once there's one summer of everyone coming to the spot and doing something, it's like,
One session of 30 people.
or one cinema trip, and you're like, yeah,
One cinema trip.
like now
That
it's
should be a
not,
meme.
like that's crazy. Like, are you kidding me? Yeah, we're not going there. Like,
Yeah.
that's no. Fiend team went, nah.
But
Let
with
it-
pools,
yeah.
like, it just takes one person to fuck it all up.
Yeah,
Like,
hey,
that's why homies keep it so low key.
I think it's cool though. I see a lot of camaraderie with you guys, like trading, and everyone's pretty down to like, hey, well, I got this area, and I got this one. That's pretty cool. Street shit is different for sure.
Yeah.
Trading rails is not like trading pools, ladies and gentlemen,
I can't relate.
or wall rides.
I don't got any rail.
Well, I was
I got
gonna-
a
I was
mean
gonna
rail
say-
to wall if anyone's looking.
If anyone wants to trade curb wall rides, hit me up in the DM. I got at least 50 for you. At least 50 curb
In
walls.
California?
Anyone in Southern California, hit me up, man. I got them. I got
You
you.
just start a curved wall spot.
I got one. I mean, low key, I ain't gonna tell you my Instagram for it, but just know
Yeah, I
it's
got a
out
spot on
there.
Instagram.
Just know it's out there. It's out there.
I got
I'll
like
tell you off air.
That's-
Tell you off air.
yeah, I got the spot on Instagram. Only Devin follows it. That's it.
Let me follow it, man. Let me see your spots. You know I ain't gonna.
It's
go
because I'm filming with Devin, so it's like
I'm
look at
not
this.
going to Devin spots. I'll
Yeah,
just
that
look
is
at these
true.
rails like nice.
Here's the thing,
That's
though.
cool.
We're gonna talk about this. Think about it. You give it a one person, you're go out riding.
You're right,
oh
you're
wait,
right.
Eddie got that
Eddie-
Instagram,
no,
and then you're with 5 people,
You're
and
right.
then yeah,
Oh, it's
You're right, you're right. Hold on
that's
to it,
why-
buddy. Hold on to it.
That's why I can't just say that like there's
Yeah.
a right or wrong thing,
Yeah.
because the leak is
yeah.
leak is like
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
too,
yeah.
it just happens.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It just happens. So.
Yep.
Yep.
yeah.
Man,
That's a real deal right there.
That was good. Yeah, that was funny.
Damn.
But I was gonna say on the like the reward and like the putting in work on the spots, Dak just he was done with his video, and then I think like a couple days ago he went and got one more clip because he finally found the last piece of he saw skaters hitting this spot. He wondered where it was, couldn't figure it out. But in the last video he saw where someone was on it,
Love
he got
the
the one.
landmarks.
Yeah.
He got
Love
the
it.
one other view where he
Yeah,
already
that's all
pieced
you
together
need.
the things,
Yeah.
and he went, oh, and then he found it.
Yep.
Then he got the clip and snuck it into the part.
I love that.
But that's like
I love that.
he didn't get it from anyone. He just like finally saw another clue to put with the other clues he already had.
Yep.
And then just like put it together.
That's
And
sick.
That's how I think he
did
does
that
a
the
lot
other
of
day
his,
off of Skater's
his working.
Instagram.
Yeah.
Off your
Yep.
boy's Instagram. Walsh's.
bet. He's got rails.
He's got rails. I was like, damn, that'd be sick. Found a little,
He loves. Yeah, he does.
that
Crazy.
I love people
But
that like.
It's the Irvine one, that Irvine Park that has the like little baby rails.
Oh yes,
Yeah, like,
the green one. The green
yes.
one. Yeah, yeah.
I was
Oh,
like,
yeah,
I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
damn, where is that?
Uncapped.
And I was like, oh, okay. Tap
that?
in.
Yeah.
Tap
I like when
in.
people bring up a spot back,
Yeah,
which I
it's
think
cool.
Dak has done, and Ryan Howard recently posted something where you know that Drew Hosselton rail in AZ. It's like a yellow flat bar, and then it has ledge.
Yeah.
Well, it got overgrown. No one rode it, and then Ryan Howard went there, chopped up
Chopped it
everything,
out,
and
yeah.
now everyone's riding it.
Yeah, Drew Hosselton's spots in AZ is
Make
like,
more spots.
Yeah.
Drew's spots, Drew with spots in AZ is like Jeff Z. Like Drew Hosselton was like spot god.
Yeah.
He had mods, he had
Pools.
everything, any pool, any rail,
Damn.
anything. He had
Whole
touched
category.
it. He'd
Yeah.
done it all, man. Shout out to Drew. That's a
That's tight.
legend. Yeah, I think he had like multiple ride covers because he does like the craziest,
Fuck
most
shit.
in-depth thought into the spot.
Yeah.
It
It wasn't
Hosselton had
Drew
some
Haas. I
shit.
think it was Mike Mastroni. But that great spot we went to,
Oh,
I
yeah,
got
yeah.
double flat tires. The next
Oh,
day. I don't know
at,
if you guys
Montebello?
did. Yeah,
Montebello
Yeah.
Ditch.
yeah, that was
That was
interesting
sick,
to pull
yeah.
up on. There's
And
just
Drew
a great
actually-
the AZ great spot. Like the tunnel with the grate. What did Mastroni do in it? He had
I
to like
forget,
cut
I
out a
don't
piece. I don't know. You're just like, oh, this is the grate. Because
Yeah.
how cut out for like his bike or whatever it had to go down. It was just
Drew's the one who hooked me up with all those raws, with the raw shit back in the day. The
Raw, like, papers?
Yeah, Drew hooked that up. That was tight. He
You don't
lived
smoke?
when he lived with Bobby. He knew someone
don't smoke?
that worked because Raw, they have a big headquarters in Phoenix. If you look at all the raw papers on the back, it says Phoenix, Arizona.
Dude, we already missed fucking AZ Vegas season.
Yeah,
It's all good.
next year.
Next year.
I'm still gonna go to Vegas though. I'll be there. Don't worry about it.
When?
This summer I'm going for sure.
EDC?
No, we did that though. We should have went. We should have figured it out. We didn't. We went to a bunch of pools and didn't even swim.
Yeah, it was
It
fire.
was summer in Vegas.
Nobody had spots.
I swam. I did go. I went swimming and Trevor took a fucking nap. Asshole.
Nice.
Sounds fun.
When we stayed with Nate. Remember?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Don't matter.
You're good.
All right.
Before that.
Pool of
jam.
water, I'd rather sleep.
Yeah.
What we got?
Oh, we're chilling. Yeah, anything else you want to talk about before we head out?
Or any more plugs, man? What you got? What else is new, man? You got any Yon merch for sale right now?
Oh yeah, you go.
Yeah, there's some stuff on the website that there's like a hoodie and a shirt.
Okay.
But I'm still plugging away at trying to like make sense of what I'm doing with that. But
And
like I
real
said,
quick, I
I'm-
don't want to get too far because I know you guys are probably trying to get out of here. If somebody wanted to hit you up to make a beat, is that a thing that you're open to for a video? Or
I am
what?
best at making something for a video.
Yeah.
Like I need to
That,
see
well, that's
some,
what, yeah, that's what
I
I'm
need to see
saying.
some
For
footage. Yeah.
for
Yeah.
a video part,
Yeah.
you're open to if somebody were to reach out.
Yeah, and that's what I think I'm gonna do off of this DAC thing.
Yeah.
Is I really need to make a video, being like, this is how I made this thing, and like kind of why I like doing it. And then I made some more music recently, and I need to kind of just like put out there. And then I think I'm just gonna start working on. I got to figure out ways to make like kind of what we're talking about with Instagram, like quicker things that I can just like put out, so I can do these other jobs to like pay the bills.
Yeah.
Because I'm like just putting that stuff on hold, but I think I have to like twist it over into the music thing to keep myself like, all right, now I'm doing music, even though I've been editing all day on somebody else's video. So, that's just kind of where I'm at. I don't know. I thought it would be easy to just like keep making BMX videos, but like it's not easy when you're trying to like, I don't know, balance paying bills and things like that.
Yep.
And then just like the self like motivation behind it. It's just like you want it to be a certain way, and if you feel like, for me, if I feel like I'm coming in under that, then I'm like, oh well, you know, I'll work on this, you know, when I'm more focused. But I'm not more focused because I have all these things going on to just keep things going. So now I have to go, okay, there's no better time. I just have to figure out how to make it all work together.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I mean, okay, yeah, I guess part of that would be if people bought the merch off the website, then I could relax a little bit on the jobs for other clients, and then
you heard it here first. Go cop the fucking
making
merch.
beats for people.
We need
or
that.
Making music.
We need that
for people.
yawn merch in the streets.
So, but yeah,
Well, that's
I mean,
dope. I just wanted to know because I think that's super huge for just BMX in general. It's like, you know, other videographers getting creative. I know that Rich has done it before, but that's awesome to do that shit. You know, making your own music to your own fucking footage.
It's like
that's sick.
when I was doing editing to begin with. You know, there's like a learning curve, and then at some point I kind of hit a rhythm where I'm like, okay, I got this. I can be like professional at it and handle all the stuff that's like needed to do to do it. With the music thing, it's getting there, but like learning like production, I feel like playing is fine. Creating it to sound like crispy and have that right appeal. There's like a lot in the mixing and like finishing stages,
mastering stages,
getting that stuff to go.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the hip hop artists we listen to and underground shit, their shit sounds like trash.
Well, I was gonna say a lot
of
of people make the beat. Like even some people who have come in from like, I don't know of a good example, but like I do watch a lot of people making beats for like, I don't know, let's just say like Kodak Black or somebody, right? And then they made the beat and they're like, oh, I just made it like this. They end up handing it off to somebody else
to get it mixed and mastered.
Mixes and masters it. So then I'm like, oh, but the beat does still sound good. But when you put it on, the fidelity of it and the way the bass comes through and like it starts to move you, like I can't get that stuff quite yet. But like the mixes I just been working on recently started to like get there. And Dak's song,
smooth
like
out and
there's
shit.
like some processes at the end that you need to do that I actually did on accident, thinking like, oh man, what if I like exported the song, put it back in the program, put effects back on it again, and then I started looking into it more, and that's how it's done. I didn't even know. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I'm on to something. I just have to keep working at it. But then like some of those end results happen when you're layering the stuff to begin with. So now I'm like, okay, well, I have to be better at it in the beginning. So I don't know. I feel like it might even translate into like painting, like to where you have to do the things in the right layer to get that, to get some effects to come out and to get like things to work the right way. To go from like, all right, that's a cool look to like, whoa, like
It's popping.
yeah, exactly. So
I haven't asked you about it, but how did you go about mixing up the beginning of like my video where I gave you like the sample, like that deep end song? And then it kind of goes into like that little trancey beat for a second. Like
I found that beat somewhere. It was actually like that day I found a bunch of random things like that, and I just liked them. And then I just went and took that little piece where there's like not much music going on in the ends, and I just like took that part of it, slowed it down, put it over top of that other beat. And just kind of like, they sit on top of each other and one just like fades in and it fades out. And then, I don't really remember what I did with it too much, but I definitely slowed down the deep end part.
Yeah.
And then I just like, I think I used the end part, not the, I don't know if I used the beginning or the end, but I think in the end, it just goes to the voice with like very little of the song behind it. And then, I don't know, I just threw it over that thing. And I think that from when you were getting the crank arm wall ride, and that wasn't the same music, but it was similar where it was like upbeat dancing music. I was like, that's kind of cool. Like having just like, if you weren't listening to it that day,
alive.
Huh?
It was just keeping me alive.
No, I know, but like,
Yerba
if you
mate
weren't
techno.
listening to it that day, I probably wouldn't have thought, oh, I could put something like that in the beginning to like just change it up and make like a little remix thing. But I didn't really do too much with it. It was pretty straightforward. But yeah, now I'm doing stuff with sampling and like I'm playing beats. So I have like an electric kit, and I'll start with just like playing like a beat like and like doing all this stuff on it, and then I go and I like put some keyboards over the top of it, and then I'll go back and play the beat again, but I'll like do stuff where it's like a little off or like fills and stuff, and then I just merge those pieces together so that like it's a beat and then it changes and then it goes back and then it changes and goes back, and then like a lot of times the music just like plays through the whole length of the song. Like if it was like 3 minutes, and at some points I just take the scissor tool and I cut something out and I cut something else out, and then it just changes and it goes back. So some of it's kind of just like super random, and then I like it like leads to me going like, okay, well let me fix this, or like let me change that. So that's like how I like lay down like the beginning parts of a song, which is the stuff I'm gonna try and put on YouTube and Instagram more. So like the process of making stuff, which is what I've always said I wanted to do with the Yawn channel, is like what I need to be doing, even though for some reason I thought like I need to make like these finished videos that are like BMX driven, and it's like, no, it's going to be more production driven. It's the only way I'm going to figure out how to like make it work. Like, so hopefully it's kind of like the Swampfest thing where it's production driven from a BMX filmer, rider, and there's BMX in it and around it, but some of it might just be some nerdy camera stuff or music stuff or something like that. And I don't know. That's why I dropped the BMX thing off of it from when it was Yawn BMX before. Now it's just media, so I can do whatever I want with it. But I don't know. I haven't been thinking that way. Like the stuff that you see right off the bat, if you go on to the website or the YouTube channel, is all just like, there's the first video is like jam coverage, and another one is when we went to Liberty with Max, the skate park. And I want to go do that kind of stuff so that like there's some BMX stuff going on. But like I realize it should be like pulled back to like, how was this made, or how can somebody make a title with just like a marker and a couple pieces of paper and like, you know, make your own animations and stuff like that. That's what I need to be doing.
The Sean needs titles.
Yeah, I need to, at this point I just need somebody to teach me so I can fucking just cash in.
Drop this video.
Jesus Christ.
Well, you got a video that's done. It just doesn't have a title.
No. It just was. I needed titles for a really long time, and then I finally.
Oh yeah, I think you guys talked about this, but like, how did you just have a part randomly come out in like?
Yeah,
Skirbo.
in Lacuna with Skirbos. Yeah,
I was like,
shout out to that fucking guy, man.
It just keeps going and it keeps going. I was like, what the?
Yeah, I got that. We talked about it, but I got that, or I put that shit out with Skirbo because I couldn't get titles. No one wanted to fucking help me out.
Man.
Everybody, no,
All right, I gotta make the title tutorial so people get their footage out.
You know, I'm like, yo, I tell everybody, I'm like, yo, I got like 10 minutes of fucking footage. Like, I want to edit it. You know, I don't want to do it.
So you're
myself.
sitting on more footage now?
I still have footage, yeah.
Okay,
I got footage. Okay. There's a good 3 minutes. I gave Bob off 10 minutes. He cut it down to like 6.
Okay.
So there's like good 3 minutes of shit that I still haven't used. That's HD, and then I have a bunch of VX shit that I'll probably never get back.
Throw it in Eddie's mixtape dropping.
I got dummy.
That's gonna be a process, man.
I got all the Instagram clips of that VX stuff.
Okay.
So I think I'm probably just gonna make something and just put it out.
Some more reels coming out.
Here's a reel. You know what I mean?
Just put it out. Put it out. Yeah.
You know, because I don't want to deal with. I mean, I gotta like deal with hitting dude up to get the VX stuff. And, you know, it's all good.
VX.
Gordy.
People, you know, everyone.
Gordy.
It's all good, man. Everyone, you know, not tripping on it.
Yeah, we ain't tripping on shit.
Oh no!
All right, should we call it?
Dude, I think that was a great episode, Veesh.
That was
Thanks
fire.
for pulling up.
Appreciate you coming through, man.
Thank you guys
Veesh,
for having me.
you're a legend, man. I've known you for like 15 years now. It's a long time, man.
Thank you.
Before you were filming with Colt, man, I remember me and Tammy would run into you at jams, skate parks.
Yeah.
And you were out there, so it's been a long time.
I'm trying to still be out there, just like on my way.
Peeking.
Come up for a beat.
I'm trying to peek, man.
Beach on the beat.
I didn't really know Veesh until like I got on Colt. Really, like we'd cross paths.
Veesh been out here filming for years, bro.
Yeah.
He gets stuffed in the Colt Suburban every once in a while on trips.
Yeah, I would
from the airport.
I would sneak in there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We're already crammed. You guys got a space? All right.
You pretty cool.
Figure it out.
That's when I knew Colt was it. Colt was it. They gave me a ride. S&M didn't give me shit. It was sick.
This is it. I'm on this team.
Damn.
Like, Max, you're sitting on my lap. He was still smaller at the time.
I've been in the fit van a bunch of times.
Yeah.
Same,
I ain't never
yeah.
been in the Colt van. Just throwing that out there, homie. No, it ain't
I got the keys.
I forgot. You gave up the keys.
We don't even bring it out. We don't even have to bring out the Colt van.
Yeah,
Well, Robbie, let me get the van, man. Let me buy the van.
That's new TM. All right, well, sick. Well, that was another good podcast. If you guys enjoy, make sure you guys like and comment and do all that stuff if you feel the need, or just tell your homie, you know,
Yeah,
whatever.
tell a friend to tell a friend.
Yeah.
Share the reel.
Share the link. Share the reel, man.
We finally stepped it up to clips.
True.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Hit the
I'm tapped
fucking
in
sound
now.
button, dude.
Yeah, hit me.
Oh,
What?
Yeah, we got
Is
tuned.
this the
It's our
volume?
ending.